Hey guys, we still got a little time. We got 26 more minutes before we start. Amber, remember, if you see those bots, zap them. If not, if they keep coming in here like they did before, then we're just gonna have to go to subscriber mode only. So, thank you. tonight. I turned it on subscribers only mode because the bots started rolling in, and I'm not dealing with that tonight. So we got subscriber only mode going for 5 minutes, so it is what it is.
I had something to do.
scoot over. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? I don't know what the camera decided wanted to do. It's doing stupid shit. How y'all doing? Okay, I had to put on subscribers mode because those bots in our last live stream, I thought it was 8. I watched that live stream again just to concentrate on the chat, and I found like 4 more. So it was a total of like 12 bots that were coming in here. So I got it on sub mode. It's only sub mode for 5 minutes. Cindy, I am so sorry that happened to you, but thank you for the $6.98. I appreciate it. So yeah. It's not me. I hate the fact that I had to put it on sub mode, but I'm not trying to. We got to get those bots out of here. Next time around, hopefully they will decide not to come back. Zap them if they do that. To my mod, zap them if they put that weird little V whatever dot whatever. It's yeah, most of it is bad stuff. Yeah, I'm getting hit by troll bots. Yeah, spam bots. All right, let me go in there because I know Redski's waiting on me. Hold on. Do. I have arrived.
Hello.
What's up?
What's going on?
Nothing much. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fine.
How's finals? How are finals going? Are they going good? Are you passing? Are you failing? What?
I don't find out until like a month later, but I think I'm doing all right.
Okay, rude. Find out till a month later. Okay, so guys, let me show y'all this real quick. I went and checked my post office box yesterday, and I got something in the mail.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Ann Stan makes these. Apparently, Ann Stan has an Etsy, and she made these for me. I'm so excited.
Oh.
Boring spam bot said that ain't nobody. Amber Chick, ma'am, I'm gonna need you not to go with the spam bots, okay? Oh my god. Okay, so first I have this. Look at the spine on this. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Look at
So
that.
she made me a notebook. I'm all about notebooks. Love them. And then
Here.
I got this. Let me open it up. Ha! No, it's not a sponsorship, Cindy. Not sponsored, by the way. But I got this keychain too. And she made this.
Yeah, I know, that's so cool.
Isn't that cool?
People with Etsy's are pretty creative people. I like them.
Isn't that awesome? I love it. I love
That's really
it.
cute. I really like that.
Thank you to Miss Ann Stan. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And it came with a nice little note too. And I appreciate it. Yes, I did. And I forgot. I opened the Skittles.
Uh-oh.
Got me a box of
Already
Skittles too.
indulged.
Yeah, matter of fact, I was eating them last time you and I were looking over the video.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. I had a package open then. What's up, Bella? All right.
They're so good.
So, this video is long. This video is boring. From my own personal view, not everybody thought that. Okay. I'm gonna put it to 1.25 speed. I think 1.25 will work because we watched most of it 1.25.
Yeah, I think that would be fine.
Okay, so this is called Opening Up by Repzilla, and you know what? My camera is like way too...
You gonna share the screen?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm trying to fix my aesthetics here, sir. Okay, alright, let me share the screen with you. Hold on.
I slept until like 11 this morning. Pretty crazy.
Well...
After everything we've been through the past 3 days.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna explain something to you. This little section here, this little section here, which is let's see, from 38 to 20, which is 18 minutes long, Redski and I spent 4 hours on. 4
Yo,
hours just on an 18-minute section.
it was pretty
4
bad.
hours.
Yeah. But we made it through. I'll never do that to you again, I promise.
You know what? Somehow I feel like you're lying to me.
No, I'll
saying.
just find someone else to put them through it.
She's a miserable old woman with no edges that looks horrible, bro.
What was that thing in the beginning of that? Oh my God. I might have to fix that. It went bah, and then it called me miserable and old. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. So, yeah. What's up, Marcy? All right, so we're gonna start from the beginning. We're gonna roll, and then when we get to, we're not spending 4 hours on that section right now.
No, I promise.
Okay, and listen.
I mean, we can probably talk about like what we concluded mainly from that, like a brief summary, over what we came to the conclusion.
Right, because here's the thing: Redski is making a video about this. And
it's
he'll
the part 2 and final.
The part 2 and
final video on Repzilla. After this, I'm done.
Yes, amen. Yeah, it sounded like a stun gun, and then it did it again. That was really freaking weird. I don't know why my sound did that. Okay.
I'm not hearing that. That's so weird.
It went da 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 da, and then it went into what BXB's boy said. It was really weird. Hold on, let me.
Oh, is it your super chat thing?
Yeah. Hold on. 199. No, not 199. I'm not trying to give myself $199. The hell?
Oh gosh, you don't want to do that.
No. Okay, $1. Shit.
Okay, you just went like mute. What the heck?
Wait, I'm right here.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Hold on. I wanted to see if it just did it for that time, or is this what I'm gonna have to deal with? All right. Because if that's what I'm gonna have to deal with, I'm gonna cut it off until I can get it fixed.
Damn.
Okay, so there.
Maybe just set it back to the tipster one. I like that one.
Oh man, I would have to reset it because I deleted it. I think I still have.
Oh no!
I can't remember if I said. Well, because I mean that shit's over now. I got a new one.
Oh. Okay.
She's a miserable old woman with no edges that looks horrible,
Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. I gotta cut that off. Let me cut the sound off. Hold on. Give me a second. All right, so we're gonna do no sound for those because I'm gonna have to fix that.
It'll probably distract you too if we're listening to the video.
Yeah, but it doesn't distract me too much because it wasn't too loud.
All
right, so I'll have to fix that later. Yeah, Streamlabs don't even like that voice.
Rip.
Well, I wanted to test it, John. Don't come at me. I wanted to test it. It was only $1. Oh, thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get started.
How's everybody doing? My name's Shane. I go by Repzilla on YouTube, and this video is a lot of bit different, and it speaks about some things that I should have told the full truth about from the beginning, and during the time, I felt like I couldn't. This is about things that have went on since the start of my YouTube career, where I started in 2017, and have been going on and are ongoing. I've been stalked, harassed, manipulated, and some of these situations did involve the police, to which they told me there's absolutely nothing that could be done, and I was kind of like turned away on that aspect, as far as nothing could be done unless it was physical, because this was internet stuff that was happening. So when a lot of these things, which came out all around the same time, happened, I did the best I could at that time with what I knew. And then when I moved and felt like I was in a safer situation, I felt like it was time for me to come out with my side of things, but the situations had moved on, and I felt, why stir it back up? And so I went back to making videos and moved on from it. But these situations...
Until this asshole named Redski made a video.
...are brought up every other year or so, and most recently, so I decided it was time for me to say something. I most likely could have not. I could have just ignored it and kept making videos like I always have, and then people would just move on from it, but it makes me feel better to come out with my side. This is my side of some things that you've never heard before, and a lot of you guys probably aren't going to know what I'm talking about, but a lot of you are. Some of you will believe it as it is. Others will say it's not true at all. and some of you will be somewhere in between. So I don't claim to be perfect, but I do claim the following to be true.
Okay, now, being that he said all that, I'm going to say this. This video is meant for people who really, really love him, and this video is meant for nobody to go behind and see exactly what he's saying. This is...
yeah, that's what I was going to say is... judging by like a lot of the comments, knowing he's deleted comments already that are critical of him, stuff like that, it's very much pandering to his audience, because notice how he never addresses stuff that people actually wanted answers to.
Right.
And what I mean is like the Eugenia Cooney, Gabby Hanna, like explaining his behavior and why he did it.
Right. And like with that one part that we spent 4 hours on, we went back and we looked at tweets, we looked at old videos, we looked at
the Google Doc.
I mean, everything. So
it was egregious.
Yeah, it really was. Okay, hold on one second. I gotta...
Did you know I drank like 3 Mountain Dew Rises, like, within the span of an hour to keep myself going?
I know, it was bad.
It was bad. So bad. Oh my god. I will say before we get started, this is probably the only thing that looks good for him.
Oh, we're not even.
And I will address it in my video.
Yes, and because like we were saying, you were working off what you had.
Basically, my segment on that was going off of what was available.
Right.
And now that he's put his side out after, like, how many years? Like, I want to say, like, 3 or 4. Obviously, context matters.
Yeah.
So I'm going to correct the record on that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, yeah.
On May 1st, 2018, I did a live stream that's set to private. I talked about a few topics while I dyed my hair. I discussed a public YouTube comment from a girl who was harassing me. More about this soon. On May 31st of 2018, I made a video talking about situations where I was being harassed online. At the time, I did not know how serious the situations would get, and I did not name the people involved. One was a girl who goes by the name Maeve publicly, who I rejected the advances of, and the other was a small creator named Marcy who copied my material and doxed me on multiple occasions. We will talk more about him later in the video. I had brief communication with this person, Maeve, that started 4/21/18 and ended 4/29/18. We talked again on 4/30/18 where I attempted to reject them without hurting their feelings, but the conversation turned. They started insulting me and saying uncomfortable
It's really
things,
trippy how the screen's
Keep in mind,
like
this was a total of
shaking.
9 days I spoke to this person.
Yeah, the
I never
way he does
disclosed my
that
real
edit.
name,
Why
my
does he
address,
do
and never
that?
gave them
That's
any
so
identifying
annoying.
information.
Listen, he didn't zoom in on his lips, okay? Let's just be happy with that.
Oh, thank God, yeah. That was terrible. Jesus.
This part, we're going to fly right through this part because, quite honestly, she was a stalker.
It's pretty much an open and shut case.
It's open and shut.
Provides.
Just the conversation alone that he shows on the Google Doc, and y'all know I'm going to put the video in there. Look at the Google Doc and look on that part. The conversation.
Yeah, she's kind of
and
possessive, obsessive.
And let me tell you something, and I know we haven't gotten that part yet, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now. As soon as she went to fucking Google Maps and looked, and based off of the Walmart he went to and here and there and stuff like that, she took it to real life. There is no damn reason why she had to look up on Google Maps looking for his fucking house. That's creepy. Yeah. That's a stalker. And that's taking it to real life. I don't care who says what.
Yeah.
I don't care who says what. As soon as she looked at it, I don't give a shit if Google Maps is public. What she had to look up to find that house or trailer or whatever the fuck it was, no, that's taking it to real life, and that's a stalker. Period. Point blank. Period.
Yeah, it's also just like with Google Maps, like just because an image is posted doesn't mean it's technically like...
Exactly.
I don't know. It's pretty much, I'd say there's an argument to say it's doxing. If you're gonna like look up the address.
I'm gonna be honest with you, yes. Especially when you had to go off by the gym he went to and this place he went to and that yes. Yes.
I was, from the information that I had before I made my video, I was under the impression that he was like sending her private video chats and stuff.
I mean, because they in that one in the receipts, they did have a video chat. What, 2-3 times, something like that.
Yeah, but we can't prove what was going on in there.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
It's up for interpretation at this point.
But even in the conversation, she went from hot to cold like that. When, in all honesty, when he said what he said to her in that conversation, that should have been the end of it, because he was actually being really nice. And I have to give Repzilla that one. I'm sorry. She's a stalker.
Mm-hmm.
She's a stalker. Period. Point blank. Period. She's a stalker. And as soon as she went to Google Maps, it went in real life. I don't give a shit.
Because I did not know or trust this person. The person did not respect that I told them no and to leave me alone. They harassed me for years, and I had to get the police involved. More about that later. On July 16, 2020, Marcy interviewed this person. The description reads, in 2018, Repzilla made a video about his first stalker and doxed them in the process. I got in contact with the person he claims stalked him and asked her about the situation. Repzilla also went on to make Speaking of My Stalker, which was about her and also myself. He claims that I doxed them, but he's referring to that public YouTube comment. This is not doxing. It's a public YouTube comment under my video from a person whom I was
Also note on the doxing, Repzilla shifts the goalpost and definition of what doxing means like 10 times in this video, I swear to God.
Every social media platform.
It's so annoying.
It's also important to note they contacted me and my loved ones from multiple alt accounts. At the time of this recording, I've written down 9 different name combinations with 6 different first names and 5 different last names, so it's likely they do not use the real name. I'm still going to be censoring last names because one of them might be real and I don't want to give them anything else to try to use against me. On September 15, 2021, I released a statement on Twitter that reads, I want to be clear. I was internet stalked in 2018. It was horrible, and the law was involved. The same person has said they were my girlfriend, and we e-dated. They said I gave them my address in Tennessee, where I lived in a trailer park, and told them to come visit. This person is sick and needs help. I have never lived in a trailer park in Tennessee. This is not the state I live in. I have never e-dated anyone, and I've only dated 4 people in my life. I have never given anyone my address, nor has my address been listed online willingly. I've been trying my best not to give these people any attention. In my May 31st video, I spoke about some of the things that were going on. And it got so severe that I actually had to talk to the authorities about it because the girl was reaching out to my friends and my family and taking pictures of me on my live streams, and it was getting pretty creepy. About a month ago, I wrote a community post on my YouTube channel providing more details saying, additionally, this person admitted to finding out what my place looks like by watching my live streams. But keywords are, it was a house and not in Tennessee. This person admits to taking screenshots of me in my live streams outside my house and sending them to me, which were from alt accounts. This person said that they Google mapped my address and it was a trailer park in Tennessee.
And she admits it to Marcy. She admits that she did that. And Marcy, I hate to say it, I know you're in the chat, but you were like, technically that's not doxing. No, sir, it was. That absolutely was. She may not have shared the information, but why in the fuck does she need to go to Google Maps? Well, I understand, but you specifically said in that interview with her, because God knows we watched it, that
I'm sorry, Xylie.
Redski has to pay me back big time. You said, well, that's technically not doxing. No, it was. It was.
See.
We spoke on Instagram about the whole taking the photo out in the front of his house and the photo while he was live streaming and stuff, and I thought that was kind of interesting.
I don't remember actually taking...
High Priestess, she literally went by different locations he went to in his house and a street name, and she found his house on Google Maps. Well, supposedly his house on Google Maps. She literally went through Google Maps to find his house.
Photos of him outside of his house.
Yeah.
I think I may have taken a screenshot of his street to show him that I know where he lives.
Yeah.
But because I figured out his address because he was live streaming the gym that he went to, he was live streaming the Walmart that he went to. Yeah. He showed me he gave me a whole tour of his house.
Yeah.
So I knew where he lived. It shouldn't be a surprise to him.
I made a Twitter thread about this situation March 19, 2019, where I said they started sending screenshots of me outside my house while live streaming, not taking and sending physical pictures of me outside of my house. Also, this person just said they got my address from my public live stream, while previously they said I gave it to them willingly.
Well, he wanted me to come to Tennessee, and so I asked him questions about his life, like what happened to him after the injury that he went through.
Yeah.
Family, where does he live? He told me where he lived.
Yep.
And so I wanted to know where he lives, because if I was going to visit him, I wanted to make sure that it was safe.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess also if you can kind of familiarize yourself with what the surroundings would be, you would feel more comfortable.
And FYI, in the conversation, she's the one that came up when the time was going to be good for her to go out there. FYI. FYI.
Comfortable than just feeling that you were going into the middle of nowhere.
Right. That's why you have.
Marcy, do you think it's okay that she looked up his house? Because that means if she looked up his house and she has his address, that's a dox. She may not have published it, but she got his docs.
Yeah, and one thing to make clear, I was under the impression that he was like showing her his house, like when she said house tour on these private videos. I didn't realize that she was like searching him on Google Maps.
Exactly.
To Google somebody's address before you visit, so you can figure out like how to get around theirs.
Keep in mind, this person is saying that my public live streams, they have audiences of sometimes 1,000 people, was me specifically showing them things as if they were the only one watching.
The whole stalking thing was like a sob story.
He completely made it up because I figured out that he lived in a trailer park, and he didn't want that information to be shared with the public.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but that is not. He wasn't very happy about everybody hearing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, until you told me that, I had no idea. I'd seen live streams of him like outside his house and stuff, but
Marcy, the fact that she looked for it on Google Maps, whether she got the right place or not, is not good. You're not going to win this one in the chat. I can tell you now, you are not going to win this one in the chat. The fact that she went,
I can't see chat right now.
He says his docs, a place where he said he didn't live. It doesn't matter, Marcy. The fact that she went and looked on Google Maps to find out where he lived based off of locations where he went, that's creepy as fuck, dude. That's creepy as fuck. And it's not a good thing to do. You're not going to win this one in the chat. You're not going to win this one. And you know what? She could be lying that it was a trailer. Which, by the way, looking at the outside of his house, you knew for damn sure it wasn't a trailer.
Yeah,
just by
that was a house.
That's a house. You can look at it and tell it was a house. So what if she did find the right one and she was lying about the trailer? I'm just saying.
But it always just kind of seemed like a normal house.
In his porch, he only ever films right in front of the door, so you think it's a house. But if you step back and you Google it, because one time he was doing some private videos on Facebook, in a messenger video he went to the gym. Yeah. He drove over to the gym, and he was showing me that he was working out. He drove over to which that's where his girlfriend Cinnamon works at.
Yeah.
And then he drove back home, and he videoed his whole place for me. Oh, okay. So I seen his whole house.
These are 360-degree screenshots of my previous address. It's a suburban subdivision at the end of a cul-de-sac. This is a city trash can, as it was located in the city and in Georgia. Here's a screenshot from around that time outside my house during a live stream.
You can look at that and tell that ain't a trailer. I'm just saying.
I was likely on my way to the gym, Waffle House, or Walmart. They have also admitted to having conversations with my girlfriend at the time. I was not in any relationship at this time, but they refer to someone I would eventually be in a relationship with.
Reese, we're at the beginning. You can catch up. You're good.
To them. This is categorically false.
We're good, Marcy.
Was the live stream?
Was afterwards Cinnamon reached out to me to tell me that they were in a relationship, and I don't know, she was really mad at me. I can't remember, but she was the one who reached out to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be involved in that drama. I was so busy, and then I got text messages from random people, and I just couldn't take it.
Yeah.
This person messaged my girlfriend on Facebook from an anonymous account and called her a slut and that she was too smart for us. Several members of my family were messaged as well. I had not told anyone that I was internet stalked at this time, but as it progressed, I had to tell them so they could block suspicious accounts for safety as people not named Maggie Lee. We did not know if this was Maeve for sure or not until I told Cinnamon it could be. She asked if this person was Maeve, to which they responded with, "Who is Maeve?" spelling it correctly where Cinnamon spelled it wrong. Verified again when she admitted to having a conversation with Cinnamon in Marcy's video. Here's some additional messages. This one shares a name from the account I blocked on Twitter, as well as a LinkedIn account with their picture. 2 Facebook accounts as well. I did live in Tennessee in 2016 to be closer to my job. I lived in a 3rd floor apartment in the city. I was not making commentary YouTube videos at this time, and I didn't have a following. I was hit by a car at the end of 2016 and was hospitalized and in rehabilitation for the first part of 2017, forcing me to move back to my home state.
Didn't Repzilla's YouTube channel start in 2015?
Yeah, but he said he wasn't making commentary content.
Okay.
Because remember, he started off as a gaming channel. Remember, he was playing video games and stuff like that.
To me, 4/21/18. I did have a YouTube channel in the past where I had a couple of uploads of myself playing Call of Duty. I forgot the password to that. I also played video games before I made commentary videos on this channel. I was terrible and had no direction.
That's a lie.
Feel free to make fun of my old videos. That's why they're there.
That's a lie.
What?
He said he uses that 2017 video and says that that's a video he made before he started doing commentary. That video was uploaded after he made a commentary video on Eugenia Cooney.
Oh.
He was well into the commentary scene in 2017.
And that's
I don't know
another thing
what
about this
doing.
video. That's another thing about this video, and I meant to say this in the very beginning.
I'm going to quote Hannah Animal because she put it very nicely in his comment section. So shout out to her. But she said that there can be like tons of lies hidden behind a truth. And that's exactly what this video is.
Yeah.
There's tons of times where he lies or twists the narrative in like little ways here and there while hiding behind something that's true.
Right. Like
Very
he'll tell the truth and there's something back there that he's either hiding or lying about.
Or he will tell, quote unquote, his truth.
Right.
Like he'll say that his interpretation of events was A, B, and C, and that was true, and that he was being misunderstood or something.
Now, I will say, I understand why he didn't come out with this yet fully, because he was worried about getting doxxed, and that's a dangerous thing, man.
That's fair.
People are crazy. Fair. I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
Videos on this channel, I was terrible and had no direction or following. Feel free to make fun of my old videos, that's why they're there. I did want to tell you about this because I didn't start uploading consistently until after I returned home from the hospital around March 2017. I was still new on YouTube at this time, and I didn't know the danger that came with putting yourself online. My personal accounts were not private, and I didn't care to private them because I didn't think anything like this would ever happen to me. So I thought it was okay to add people. Of the people I ended up having to block, one was this person named Maeve, and the other was a small creator named Marcy, who would later interview Maeve. As previously stated, conversations between me and this person Maeve started 4/21/18, and I had been living in Georgia for over a year. 2 days later, on 4/23/18, they asked me for relationship advice, and then if we could be intimate. This was the first red flag. I didn't see this as rational because we didn't know each other at all. They had previously told me how lonely they were, and I didn't want to hurt this person, so I told them that we should talk more and get to know each other. My intention was to be their friend.
And I have to admit, from the conversation, he has the whole conversation he had with her over the, 9 days. He was good. He did a little flirting, but he kept saying, wanted to get to know you, this, that, and the other. She was moving it fast. And then I guess when he started feeling the creeps, he told her, hey, I want to let you know I'm starting to see this girl, which he ended up saying was lying to her to get her to go away, which is fine. If you got to do what you got to do to get away from a creepy person, I don't give a shit. And then she just went off the rails. So...
Which, again, was not public before.
No, it wasn't public before, so you were going off of information that you had. The way I look at it, the conversation alone, I don't even need to listen to this whole part, because the conversation alone tells me how she is. I'm going to be honest.
No, 100%, and I think we agreed on that when we were looking at this video privately.
Exactly.
Here to listen. In Marcy's video, this person took my words as their own.
He asked me to go to Tennessee to visit him, and I told him that would take a while, so just to get to know me first. We spoke for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Everything was good.
Yep. So it moved kind of quick, did it?
Fairly quick, just like 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Again, I never disclosed my real name to this person, I never disclosed my address, and I never asked this person to fly out, and we only had an 8-day conversation before I blocked them.
All right, 8
They randomly propositioned if they made time for me, what would I want to accomplish? I jokingly said world domination. There was no way I was giving my identifying information to this person, who I did not know. They asked me if they could FaceTime call me on 4/29/18, which I really didn't want to, as they were making me uncomfortable. I attempted to ignore them, but finally accepted. I made it very clear during this call that I only wanted to be their friend. During this call, it became very obvious that this person was not mentally well. I wasn't in a relationship with anyone at this time, but I lied as an excuse and said I started talking to someone.
Exactly, Cindy.
She insinuated I wasn't a man because I told her that I only wanted to be her friend and that I was interested in another girl. She asked me if I liked girls that lived in trailers, to which I said it doesn't matter.
So that, yeah, that's when we were watching this privately and that receipt was shown, I was like, oh, so that's where the trailer park stuff came from. She made it up and then tried to twist it as he was living there.
Uh-huh.
I was like, there we go.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Skip says, people can hold your docs over your head as a form of intimidation, blackmail, or extortion. It's a disgusting way to silence someone. I absolutely agree. And I think that's why he didn't show all this when he first talked about it, because he was so scared. Actually, he says it at the end of the video. He was scared of being doxxed. And I don't blame him, because that's a scary thing. You don't know what people will do. People are crazy. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. You know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Shit.
definitely.
I mean, hell, you got kids out here shooting people up in Minecraft in schools and shit. So, I mean, you don't know.
In Minecraft schools.
Yes, in Minecraft schools.
Person lives, how much money they make, or what they look like. The only thing that matters is how someone treats you. I told her that she was acting completely disrespectful, to which she said, well, you're not interested in me. And then I said, no, and by how you're acting, I never would be.
Don't blame him.
She claims that I used her to boost my own ego, despite our conversation only lasting 8 days. And despite not judging her and giving her a chance, her advances were uncomfortable, so I had to shut them down. And then she says, and now you say you're not interested. Now you want me back.
I mean, is there anything that even really needs to be added? I'm pretty sure.
Not really.
I'm pretty sure everything we've seen so far shows that she's just as deranged as he's saying. So.
Yeah, I'm just going to skip to the next part, because
the video is so fucking long.
Okay, here we go. Marcy, it's your time to shine.
Oh boy.
4, 6,
yeah, how long is Marcy's section? Marcy has like 3 parts dedicated to him.
Marcy, okay, the first Marcy section is like 18 minutes.
No, but like the whole thing, it's like 40 minutes of Marcy.
Yeah, Marcy. Yeah, Rewire Stole doesn't come in until 54 minutes, but there's still a little bit of Marcy in there, so.
Oh my god.
Okay, I want to preface this part. The whole Marcy part, I would like to preface this with this. Marcy and Repzilla, the both of you, block each other and walk away. Seriously, both of y'all, block each other and walk away. Just leave each other alone.
I like the comparison that you made. Do you want to say it?
They're like a lower sub count version of Ethan Klein and Keemstar.
Yep. I like that comparison when you made that. That was funny.
Honestly, they're like the lower version. And I don't want to say it lower because, you know, Keemstar and H3H3, they have all those subs and shit. I only mean lower by that. I don't mean lower by like class or anything like that. But they're like lower sub versions of Keemstar and Ethan Klein. It's ridiculous.
He introduced himself on my private Facebook page. Note his name is Jack-O-Lantern. This is relevant later. He does go by the name Jack publicly, and the name Jack-O-Lantern is used by hundreds of people, so this is not identifying information. He also went by the name Jack-Jack, and this is also used by hundreds of people.
Okay, so you notice he's saying that they didn't dox each other, and he's showing you this. So just remember Repzilla saying that.
And not his real name, as verified by himself. On April 28, 2019, he says that I doxed his Facebook by not blocking out his last name. Again, on April 28, 2019, he admits his name on Facebook was not his real name, saying that if someone were to search his name and looked for his picture, it was identifiable. In a March 10, 2020 and March 11, 2020 tweet, he claims that I copied him and doxed him by definition. As previously shown, this is not true, and he goes on to say he did the exact same thing to me. He is correct. We both
also, I just want to preface and say that...
You just talked over his part. Hold on. Let him finish this skit real quick.
This is not true, and he goes on to say he did the exact same thing to me. He is correct. We both showed each other's Facebook profile pictures and false names. Neither one of us in this situation doxed the other.
Okay, what were you going to say?
Okay, yeah, good. I realized the part that I kind of spoke over. No, when it comes to the definition of doxing, Repzilla is extremely unreliable. when it comes to that, because he changes the definition based on what suits him in the narrative.
He does, actually.
Melissa, and it is really fucking annoying.
Melissa, I do not talk about those two people on this channel. I talked about the second person only once, not talking about her again, and I do not talk about the first person. Just saying, just to let you know.
She who should not be named.
The she's who shall not be named.
Okay.
What, the volume is too low? Really? I'm at 100. Okay, let me boost it. Give me a second.
It's fine for me, but that's probably because I'm in Discord. Damn, we're not replaying the first part.
Nope,
right?
Sure not. She was a stalker. That's all y'all need to know.
Yeah, that's pretty much the spark notes of it.
All right, I got it at 150, so let me know if this is loud enough for y'all. Yeah, I get you, Melissa. You're all good. I was playing.
So why are we saying that we doxed each other? It's very simple. I lied to him.
Thumbs up if this is okay.
On 5/7/17, Marcy randomly told me he was defending me in a Poppy Discord server under an alt account. He sent me screenshots of them being racist and talking about having my docs. It was a red flag to me because my private information was already being spread, including pictures of my family. I had already suspected him at that time, but wouldn't have any evidence until about 1 year later. I blocked him from my personal Facebook account on 5/28/18 after he manipulated me. Right before Marcy manipulated me, lying so he could use my pictures and private messages for videos, I'll explain this soon, Marcy had been copying my work, using my help behind the scenes, and harassing other creators. May 28, 2018, Marcy released a video titled Speaking of Repzilla. The description reads, Repzilla and I have been what I would call friends for a while now. This video was a last resort. Over the past 10 months, I felt Repzilla has copied some of my videos, which I show in this video. I have mentioned this on multiple occasions to Repzilla and felt ignored. This is one of the most important videos I have ever made.
Okay, dear Marcy and Repzilla. The whole copying of a YouTube video, y'all gotta go with that. Y'all gotta go with that. Repzilla can't sit here and say Marcy copied him when he literally regurgitates when other people says, and he adds his own spin to it. He does it to this day. Well, obviously not with this video.
Well, especially if he's complaining that Marcy's complaining that he's copying him.
Right,
you know
and
what I mean?
Marcy, you gotta get over that too. You say it way too much. You gotta get over it too.
Or will ever make.
Both of y'all.
At the end of this video, he lists videos that he says I copied. He adds up the amount of views my videos got as views that were taken from him. To be clear, just because one person receives an amount of views on a particular video does not guarantee that another would receive that same amount of views. That aside, I'm going to show you that I did not copy him, but he copied me. I never used any of his content.
He just pulls the same thing that Marcy pulled on him.
I know, that's what drives me insane!
And this is what drives me insane too. This is 40 minutes long, and that's basically the entire segment, is him saying that and redefining doxing and all this shit. It's so fucking annoying. I'm sorry, but I'm letting my anger out from that night. We spent 4 fucking hours on this segment.
Dude,
Jesus Christ.
We spent 4 fucking hours just on the 18-minute segment,
shit.
not the whole 40-minute. Oh my god.
I'm just gonna make fun of Repzilla for saying that, because it's just so fucking stupid.
It really is.
Holy shit.
It's Redski up here just for the tea.
I told Marcy that a creator named Mars Argo had returned, letting him know about a lawsuit I was about to cover. This accounts for these videos he claimed I took from him in some way, but I'll explain.
Okay, now, I want y'all to imagine a world, all right? A world of YouTube where, like, I don't know, throw Augie up there, or who else live streams commentary? Tipster live streams commentary. Whoever live streams commentary, all right? And they have Tommy C. He has 45,000, right?
40,000 going on 50,000, something like that.
And I have 3K. Now imagine a world where we are live streaming the exact same thing, maybe at different times, but the exact same subject. Who do you think is going to get more views? The person with the more subs, or what?
I mean, logic says that they'd get more views because they have a higher sub count.
Exactly. So you cannot sit there and get mad at somebody that has more subs than you getting more views on their videos. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You cannot get mad at that. That's like me getting pissed off at Tommy C for covering something and like, well, how is it he got like 15,000 views and I only got 1,500? I only have 3K. he has 45. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me if he should cover it, to which I said yes. Then he asked me what I was going to be covering, and I told him what ideas I would be working on all week. He told me he was going to cover how a creator named Poppy wasn't innocent, which was strange to me. Keep in mind that was on 4/18/18. The day previous, I had already planned making this video. Also keep in mind he had no knowledge of its existence until I told him. I didn't think much of it as it was a big lawsuit and many people were covering it. However, previous to this, he wanted me to credit him in a video that didn't use his content specifically. I happened across a Reddit post that was his. He had shared a 4-minute video where he gave his opinion on a screenshot of a 40-second clip. In my video, I Google searched Poppy canceled, and that Reddit post popped up. I read comments of people on Reddit for about 30 to 40 seconds while shouting out the person who created the said post on screen. This is not copying him or using part of his content. His video and mine even spoke on different points. On 4/19/18, he insinuated I copied him again. As previously shown, I had planned my video before he ever knew about it. He actually published his video a day before mine on April 18, 2018. Keep in mind he already knew what I was going to make, and that my videos take longer to make than his. Mine was released on April 19, 2018. He took words from my title and added it to his. We know this because when he accused me of copying on the day of my video release, he had not yet changed his title.
Okay.
Creators do that shit all the time. See, this is what, oh my god.
Wait. Just have your little fit while I go get my drink. Be right back. Go ahead. Have your little fit.
It's just all the nitpicking. It's like, oh yeah, he took the words from my title and used it in his. It's like, yeah, obviously, like, if he wants more views on a fucking video, he's gonna change the name of the title. Like, creators do that shit all the time. Oh my god, it's just... And essentially what he does is he says Marcy was accusing me of, like, of me copying him, but actually it was the other way around. It's like, no, you guys were doing the same thing, both of you. Oh my god, it just... Okay, I don't know, chat.
Here's my thing. During the creep show, like that whole creep show shit, how many titles did y'all see that were so similar? How many people used almost the exact same thumbnail, if not the main Creepshow person was the same? How many of those thumbnails look the same? How many of those titles look the same? It happens.
It's YouTube. It's how the fucking YouTube economy works.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes. Lord Jesus, yes. And it's that whole copying shit is for the birds.
It is. It really is.
I'm sorry. How many of the same clips about Creepshow was shown? How many times did we show the fucking locale or Kiwi Farm shit? How many times did we show that? How many times did we show clips of her videos? How many if you watched one Creepshow fucking video, you watched them all. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. And he spends this is what he spends a majority of his video on, like, and he spent 2 months on this. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. Even Primink thought it was laughable. Holy shit.
The next day, he asked me to reference him even though I had not used any of his content in my video. About a month later, he brings up the Reddit post again, wanting me to reference him. I explain how long it takes me to make a video, and he tells me it only takes him 15 minutes. To which I explain he doesn't do as much editing as me. At this point, I was aware of what he was doing.
Repzilla literally admitted that it takes him like a day to make his videos. Like, he puts them out just as fast. I don't know why he... oh my god.
I know. Save it for your video.
I know.
Make sure the lobster gets really mad. I mean the crab, sorry.
It doesn't matter at this point.
Because at this point, I don't give a shit. I'm tired of seeing this video.
I would make a video, and he would make a video putting it out before me, or on the same day, and change the title accordingly. Sometimes he'd just tell me he was copying my title. This is important because later I show how he was telling other people I was stealing his titles, specifically this one. He would also ask me to cover topics. I wanted to encourage him, so I'd hype him up and agree. In this series, I actually did my video first, and he still accused me of copying, even though he asked me to cover it, and as you've seen, we did not coordinate in any way what we would cover. Here he accused me of copying a video that he hadn't published or told me about. I don't know if he forgot or if there's something else going on. Again, he knew what I was making. This dynamic and shady accusations was frustrating, and on 1/18/18, he attempts to control what I make so people wouldn't accuse him of ripping me off. Again, he tells me to cover a topic. I tell him what I'm making. He puts out videos before or around the same time as me, and then accuses me of copying, and likely was telling people behind the scenes I was copying him. On another occasion, I used to do surveys so people would suggest topics for me to cover. On 5/11/17, it was suggested for me to look into Mars Argo on the Wayback Machine. Apparently, Marcy had made a similar video on 6/21/17, and mine was released on 6/28/17. To which he again asked me for credit because we made similar videos.
Okay, here's another point of contention. Credit is not due. Credit is, like, I technically don't have to put Repzilla's video in the description.
You don't own a topic.
Right, you don't.
Because here's the thing, and I think there was like an argument about this on Twitter at one point, but it's like, Poncho, do you remember Poncho?
Slightly, not.
He he basically got a lot of views off of vegan teacher videos, and for a while he was known as like the vegan teacher guy. But a lot of other people made vegan teacher videos. Poncho doesn't own vegan teacher. Like, in a world, if someone owned a topic, Poncho could be like, yo, this topic is mine. Nobody else can have it.
Yeah.
And it's like copy striking.
Yeah, that whole.
I don't know. It's so stupid.
And
I
have to admit,
it's so trivial.
And I have to admit, Repzilla shows a pattern of behavior when it comes to asking for credit.
He does.
He shows a pattern of behavior
They're
in here.
two sides of the same coin. This is what I've been telling you.
Yeah.
Videos. Now it's likely I talked to him about making this video, or maybe he was suggested the topic just as I. October 29, 2018, he asked me to cover a topic. I looked into it and decided to cover. I did not use his video, but still linked to his channel because I assumed he was setting me up in some type of way. He attempted to get another reference on November 2nd, 2018 by getting me to use his statement about sexual assault victim statements so he could get a reference. I said no, I'd rather use direct statements from those involved. 5/2/17, he sent me a topic to cover, and of course he wanted a shout out. Around 4/19/18, he admits to copying me, and my sentiment is you can copy me, I don't care, because I already knew he was doing it. On one occasion, he sent me info that I already had, and I quickly explained so he wouldn't accuse me of copying him or not referencing him because I'd become so used to it. I would cover topics, and he would cover the same ones. Again, not saying I took issue with him covering the same things as me. He would attempt to copy the way I tweeted my videos out. Keep in mind, he was blocked.
Okay, really, Repzilla, copying the way am I copying the way you tweet your videos out?
He would attempt.
Am I copying the way you tweet your videos out?
It gets extremely trivial. It's so annoying.
It's fucking petty as fuck. But both of them need to stop with that shit. I'm sorry.
It's ego. It's ego that's in the way.
Both
and it's
of
just,
them.
Oh my god.
Both of them.
To copy the way I tweeted my videos out. Keep in mind, he was blocked. He would attempt to copy the way I would make my thumbnails. To be clear, I never cared that Marcy was copying me. I was cool with it and always told him the better I got, I'd make sure he did too. What I care about is that he said I was maliciously copying him. I care about how he manipulated me and other people. I care about how he maliciously took my private information and put it into his videos. I'll talk more about that soon. In order to get permission to use my pictures and Facebook messages, he manipulated me, lying about why he needed.
He asked him, okay, now, this part.
This gets into another fucking trivial situation.
Thank you for the subscribe.
In order to get
this point in the video you subscribe? Oh god.
I was looking for photos of you for a thumbnail.
Permission to use my pictures and Facebook messages, he manipulated me, lying about why
he actually
he used that photo.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. So I'll have to pull up the receipts of those messages again, but I'm pretty sure. So Marcy's like, I'm looking for pictures of you for a thumbnail. Repzilla sends all those images before Marcy even makes the thumbnail, and he's like, oh yeah, how does this look? And then Repzilla's like, looks good to me. Repzilla tries to argue that Marcy lied to him, and like it was like a breach of trust or whatever, but it's like, dude, you sent him the thumbnails, or you sent him the pictures for the thumbnail, and he, oh my god, and the picture's public. The picture's public on his Instagram. It's ridiculous.
On his Repzilla Instagram, not his private Instagram. Hold on.
Wait, he has a.
I don't know if he does, but it's his Repzilla.
No,
Instagram
I swear he has a public Instagram.
So he actually used.
It's linked in his YouTube.
Video. It doesn't matter what. Okay, here's my point. It doesn't matter what he used. Oh, thank you for the $1.99. How is Repzilla manipulated all the time? Good question. Good question, Christina, and thank you for the $1.99. Okay. He asked you for... I'm looking for them. Okay, so what it's like to collab with Repzilla. He shows them here. This okay, sounds good to me. And then he did not use that picture for that. He used it for collaborating with, like... with Repzilla, my experience, he ended up using that instead. So Repzilla is pissed that he used it for that. Because he told him, here, is this okay? But still, you gave him the photo. It's like, oh my God, dude.
And even if Repzilla didn't give Marcy the photos, Marcy could have just gone on his public Instagram, which is linked in his YouTube.
You know how I found Repzilla photos? I Googled them.
I mean, that too. Honestly, he just,
But he said, I'm looking for photos of you for a thumbnail, and he gave him those 3 photos. So Repzilla, you gave him the photos. He can use the damn photos in whatever thumbnail he wants. Jesus Christ.
You might just include all those pictures and more of Repzilla in my thumbnail.
And at random asked for a photo for a thumbnail, so I sent some. He told me the video was about what it's like to collab with me. Promised it was nothing bad, which is weird of him to say. It's like he knew he wasn't being honest. Then for some reason says that he read I dress gay on purpose. I think this was an attempt at a backhanded insult. I asked him to link where he read this, and he never did. He actually used the photos I sent in videos claiming I was maliciously copying his work, and used a photo of his own for the collab video. Before he published that video, he asked to use my Facebook messages. Under the impression this was about our collaboration, I agreed. I was upset when I found out he manipulated me, and at this point he'd broken my trust and given me a reason to believe...
Again, he's using the term manipulated very slightly, like he doesn't even consider the possibility that Marcy might have changed his mind and not wanted to use that thumbnail.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Repzilla is a very unreliable narrator when it comes to his definition of things.
Private information.
Heck, to prove his point against Tommy C, he tried to be petty and use some fucking, like, Google definition of... what was it again?
Article.
God damn it. Yeah, article or whatever. Like, he's just so stupid.
And then he bit the knee to Tommy, and then once that live stream got shut down because Tommy was going over the Edwin video, then he changed his mind on Twitter. Yes.
Dude, he flip-flops.
Yes, he did.
Blocked him from my private Facebook account. Around this same time, I was also going through a stalking situation, and had been under the impression that it was them leaking my information. I had been giving Marcy the benefit of a doubt. I was angry and threatened to strike his video down. This too was a lie. I never
Why
did,
would you
also
lie
had no
about
idea
that?
how much of an issue false strikes were in the community, as I was still a fairly new creator. If I'd known, I wouldn't have threatened that. I did fill out one but quit because I had no idea how to finish it. They asked me for more info, and I never followed through. However, one of his videos was removed, and it was not by me, even though I lied and took credit for it. I wanted to intimidate him.
Again, why would you lie?
Yeah, I don't...
Because then here's the thing. When Primink made his video, Repzilla, because he calls Repzilla out for this, Repzilla never makes it, like, apparent and say, oh yeah, like, I lied because of, like, I wanted to make him feel intimidated or something. He lets it, he goes with it. It's like, why would you lie about something like that, dude?
Yeah.
Holy shit. You can't abuse that.
Me because he was maliciously doxing me. At one point, he had his entire channel removed for sending multiple flag reviews. I had asked him if I sent privacy strikes, to which he said yes. Interestingly enough, his videos were going down, and he was telling people it was me. July 6, 2019, he can be seen accusing me of false copyright.
Oh, weren't we going over that, like, privacy strikes question?
Oh, yeah,
that was interesting.
Yeah, that privacy, I think it's coming up where he says, did I privacy strike it? I'm like, how?
I think he just showed that, though.
Did he just show it? Hold on.
Making videos about me because he was maliciously doxing me. At one point, he had his entire channel removed for sending multiple flag reviews. I had asked him if I
say at the beginning of the segment?
Did I send you privacy strikes? How do you not know?
Well, you should pull up the rest of the DM that he doesn't show. Because he says something after that.
No.
Also, this Google Doc is so disorganized.
It really is. Oh, here it is. Okay, that makes sense. You can't send multiple things to them either, which sounds like what you did. I hope you get your channel back. Did I send privacy strikes? Now,
why would you ask
I asked out in Twitterland, and it was funny because not a damn, well, no, maybe one later, but Skip ended up answering that question because she looked it up, which I could have looked it up, but I didn't because I was too busy with you.
Our brains were rotting.
Yes. And,
I'm sorry.
She said it's a whole ass process to do a privacy strike. So why are you asking if you did a privacy strike? You know if you're doing a privacy strike or not.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking a copyright strike. We're not talking about a copyright claim, a privacy strike. And then Marcy goes, yeah, you did. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Stalker and all, I wouldn't have. I wasn't mad at you about it. It would have been taken down if I didn't try to do something about it, which is when I tried to blur the photo, but it was too small for YouTube to recognize. Like, did I file a privacy strike? How would you not? Come on.
He's playing dumb, and that's something he does a lot. Again, it's in his MO.
Yes. Interestingly enough, his videos were going down, and he was telling people it was me. July 6, 2019, he can be seen accusing me of false copyrights, flags, and threatening to sue him. I did threaten legal action for...
Sad, just sad, we aren't friends any longer. If you upload any further imagery or content of mine, if you use any personal DMs from our non-public account again, I will straight sue you. Do you understand that? No games.
Wait, can you go back and play the audio again? I swear he said that Marcy was being mean to him, and here he shows this DM of him being mean to Marcy.
At one point, he had his entire channel removed for sending multiple flag reviews. I had asked him if I sent privacy strikes, to which he said yes. Interestingly enough, his videos were going down, and he was telling people it was me. July 6, 2019, he can be seen accusing me of false copyrights, flags, and threatening to sue him. I did threaten legal action for obvious reasons, but had no idea how to go about this, as he is in another country. I just wanted him to leave me alone. February 15, 2019, he claimed Poppy was false claiming his videos. October 11th, 2019, he claimed Mars Argo flagged his videos through Content ID. This could be true, as he ultimately did have his channel removed at one point. This is my full reporting history, and as you can see, I've only ever flagged 16 videos. It was in my early years on YouTube, and they have to do with the narrative that Marcy created. And none of those videos were removed.
I want to see that list later.
Okay. He said it was because of the narrative Marcy created. Marcy wasn't the only person he flagged. Okay, so mind you, he flagged Primink, he flagged Life is a Free Spirit, he flagged somebody else, but he's making it sound like he makes it sound like he only flagged Marcy, which is not the truth. He flagged.
It's a dead-ass lie. You can look at the Google Doc.
You can look.
That's the problem.
Exactly, because he has it on the Google.
And this is what I mean by he insults the intelligence of his fan base because he knows that they're just gonna buy into what he says.
I don't know where it's at. It doesn't matter, but it's in the Google Doc.
That have been removed are to do with Playmate Tessie over animal abuse, and the ones where it says
and people have put it out on Twitter already.
It's not available means the person likely removed said video themselves. I did not want attention to Marcy's videos. I did not want for people to have my private information. As you know, I was going through a lot.
Okay, now I understand. Thank you for the subscribe. I can understand him not wanting people to have his private information. I get it, and I get where he's going with it, sort of.
But it depends on what Repzilla defines as private information, as we'll soon find out.
March 1st, 2019, I received a DM. Someone sends me a link of what they believe to be Marcy spreading around pictures of my family. March 19, 2019, I received another. Hey, I thought you kinda might want to know. Someone kept making threads about you on Locale, in total about 5 times in 2 days, which got deleted again and again. The poster proceeded to whine about it on the issues and complaints thread, which is still up, where the mod team confirmed it was 2 people posting the threads. Most of the screens were from this person's DMs, so that should give you a clue as to who is behind the threads. Again on March...
Now, the reason why he said, yeah, it's Marcy, he goes, because those were DMs between him and Marcy. Now, Marcy said in his response video to this that Redski and I watched last night,
sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. That Marcy had put those DMs in the video. So it's easy for someone to take a screenshot and then put those in... like on Locale. Okay? So that is a possibility of what happened. That I can see that as a possibility of what happened. So
2019, I confronted Marcy on Twitter. Even on May 28, 2020, a random account told me an alt account named Kel was trying to tell me that my name, address, and phone number was being doxxed. We will be talking more about this account soon. It's an account directly involved with Marcy, and is dedicated to hating me. It's always very close by when Marcy tweets, and like Marcy, is also blocked. Coincidentally, 3 days before this, Marcy tweets about me being doxxed, which is disgusting to me as he is the one doxing me. Keep in mind, Marcy was the only YouTuber at the time who had access to
Didn't he say
my
at the beginning
Facebook.
of this entire segment that neither he or Marcy doxed each other?
I think he was talking about the whole Facebook thing.
Oh.
He's talking about the whole Facebook thing.
Page. August 30th, 2018, Marcy doxed my city and state.
Okay. This right
here we
here.
go. Here we go to the flaws. So Repzilla's SoundCloud is public. SoundCloud doesn't have private accounts. The only things you can private on SoundCloud are playlists and songs. He had his and it's still up to this day. I have the link and everything still.
And this this part right here, that is not Repzilla's real name. That is what he used to go by.
It was his stage name before Repzilla, which is Rep Andrews.
It was his stage name before he went as Repzilla. It's still there to this day. And a location, it says city and United States. And yes, but that's what this is right here. And it's a SoundCloud. And you cannot have private SoundClouds. And that name there, we'll get to it. Hold on.
Digging through my old past accounts before I was a public figure. The video remains up and uncensored. March 9, 2019. Marcy docs my full lead.
Okay. Now.
Oh, yeah, this is where he blurs information that isn't relevant.
All right. This name right here. That is his real name. Marcy had it blurred in his video. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This one right here where you see the arrow is a horrible nickname people gave him. I can understand him wanting to blur that one. Just saying. Horrible nickname. This name right here
is the name of his band, Hello Today.
Was
and then
the name of his band. And then the name here was
Rep Andrews.
Was the name that he went by before Repzilla. But this one right here, the very top left one, is his real name.
He makes it look a lot worse than it actually is. A lot worse.
No, I don't see anything wrong with protecting his privacy, but like he literally tweeted out, we found an old tweet where he tweeted out his SoundCloud. Like somebody can go to his SoundCloud right now by going to his old tweets. They can find it. He tweeted out his SoundCloud.
Public.
It's public, you know.
And he's promoted Hello Today multiple times, so it's like, yeah, that's not doxing. Sorry, Repzilla.
My name is not public. It's never been public. I'm a very private person, and my name is none of anyone's business. The video remains up and uncensored. I attempted a privacy claim recently, as I am now exposing all of this, and he blurred my real name and none of the other names. Evidence that he knows my real name and maliciously...
See, he even says it. He blurred my real name and not my other names. But those are the names he used to go by. You know?
Yeah. It's just bad faith. It's disingenuous and it's bad faith.
I think by him doing that, it makes it look worse than what it was. Marcy had his real name,
and that's manipulative. What he does.
Marcy had his real name blurred from that.
Mm-hmm.
It was blurred, so.
He doxed me. March 12th, 2021. He doxes me on Twitter. He apologized and says my full name is public. It's not, and it's never been. It's not Shane Andrews. Again, more attempted doxing. Marcy has made...
Okay, now this is what I think, this is where I think Marcy was wrong, all right? Marcy already knew that Repzilla was upset about that dox being on lolcow. And Marcy, after being blocked, we seen it, we went back and looked. Again, 4 hours on this section. What Marcy would do is Repzilla would make a post and say, I would go under there and say something back to him, right? And you see that I said something to Repzilla. Marcy would go under that and drop his SoundCloud or drop his LinkedIn or something, knowing that's going to piss Repzilla off. That's stalkerish. Why do you need to go under wherever Repzilla is tweeting? Why do you need to go under it when you're blocked?
I mean, it could be to troll too.
Well, troll, stalkerish, whatever. Why? You knew he was so upset about being somebody having his docs and him being doxed on lolcow. You just had to pick and go under his tweets. Go under his tweets under people who tweeted back, who were under Repzilla's tweets. That's not cool. Marcy, it doesn't matter. For context, that's still not cool that you're sitting there going under his shit after you've been blocked. Obviously, he don't want nothing to do with you. And then people who are responding to Repzilla, what about that one tweet that you did, Marcy, where you're going, and you showed a YouTube video? I think it was one of your YouTube videos. That's not cool. That's weird. I'm sorry, Marcy. It is what it is.
Close to 25 to 30 videos on me over the years.
It is obsessive.
Several of those dox my private and personal information. In the video where he interviewed the girl who harassed me, there's this weird moment where they discuss how Googling my address on Google Maps, taking screenshots and posting it publicly is not doxing, but public information.
Let's say hypothetically, well, let's say you took a screenshot on Google Street View, Maps, whatever, of his house and sent it to him. That is technically a photo of his house, or out the front of his house. And it's technically, if it's screenshotted. Sorry?
Yeah, it's public.
Yeah.
It's public information.
Yeah.
And it's public to everybody that he shares it with.
Yeah. A screenshot of someone's house, like, as you said, is public. But, like, that is technically someone taking a photo of their house. It's just leaving out so many details.
If you Google Map someone's address and take screenshots of it to post online when they haven't listed it publicly, are a private person, and do not want that information out there, that is not only very creepy, but also doxing.
That didn't look good at all.
Yeah.
Marcy is blocked from my Twitter, but there is evidence that he searches my name daily. July 4th, 2019, a viewer of mine was saying very kind
That's the tweet I'm talking about right there.
things about me when he pops up at random to post a video.
And we went and found that.
Video by creator Primink, who featured Marcy. He gets called out for searching my name and he replies that he only wanted to let me know his channel was back. This is strange because I have him blocked and I do not care. That random alt account Kale pops up. They are always very close by to stand up for Marcy. He goes into more details about his involvement with the Primink video. He says I attempted to sort things out. Keep in mind I often lied to Marcy to protect myself because I did not trust him. Example, March 19, 2019, my docs was being passed around and I told him I was in contact with Locale and they were going to send me the IP of who was posting my docs. I do not know anyone from Locale. March 26, 2019, Marcy is telling other people about this, and it looked like alt account Kel posted something Marcy was supposed to respond to, but it's backwards. I'm not sure. This is the docs that Marcy shows in his video. They claim I had something to do with Locale, and they are going to post on Kiwi Farms. Keep in mind I lied to Marcy in DMs about Locale. I'm also 100% not a Locale mod. The Locale admin says that whoever was posting my docs was posting personal DMs as a vendetta. The only DMs posted.
I will say that
Marcy.
Repzilla tweeted those screenshots out.
Well, he did. Repzilla also tweeted out.
And he called him fake.
Yeah, he called him fake, and he tweeted him out. I think what Repzilla was trying to do
That just creates a Streisand effect, though.
I think Repzilla was trying to act like more badass than what he was actually trying to, like, as in, yo, don't fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck with me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's just so stupid. Like, come on, dude.
But
like,
he did tweet them out. We found that old tweet, actually. We got a screenshot of it. And
an archive.
But it's shit, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? God damn it.
What were you going to say?
I don't fucking know.
Supposed to respond to, but it's backwards. I'm not sure. This is the docs that Marcy shows in his video.
Okay, even here, he only the real name.
Yeah, he blurs out the real name, but everything else is fine. But then,
but he doesn't blur out that one. He doesn't blur out that one. But he blurs out the date and
yes.
Yeah. So okay.
Video. They claim I had something to do with Locale, and they are going to post on Kiwi Farms. Keep in mind I lied to Marcy in DMs about Locale. I'm also 100% not a Locale mod. The Locale admin says that whoever was posting my docs was posting personal DMs as a vendetta. The only DMs posted were from Marcy. They said that 2 people kept posting and reposting, and that they were also ban evading. The docs was created between 2/10/2019 and 3/3/2019 as the most recent saved snapshot from the Wayback Machine shows and the 21 days previous screen.
Now, I will say this, being that the DMs between him and Marcy were on Locale, although it could have been taken from Marcy's video, which is a possibility because there are crazy people out there in the world, I can understand where Repzilla thought it was Marcy because it was DMs between him and Marcy. I personally probably would have thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I would have thought the same thing.
Screenshot. Could have been earlier, but this is all I could find. Keep in mind, Marcy had already doxed my personal information both in video and on Twitter, things he could have only figured out from my personal Facebook account. The drive that he self-admittedly helped with and ultimately gave to the creator named Primink was created on 3/13/2019 by a user named Off-Brand Typist. This shows that he was heavily involved in the distribution of information with the sole purpose of a vendetta. July 6, 2019, a viewer of mine asked to be untagged from a thread that Marcy randomly popped up in as they felt the behavior was obsessive and unhealthy. He responds with how he thinks it's unhealthy for someone to run false and slanderous narratives of stalking, threatening false strikes, and doxing his Facebook, all of which is already proven false. December 4th, 2020, he again pops up at random. Before leaving, he lets the stranger know I falsely accused him. On another occasion, he randomly pops up and brags about being in Primink's video and about his participation in the Google Drive.
Like, why? If you're blocked, why? Why do all that if you're blocked? I don't get it. Why do all that if you're blocked?
July 19, 2021.
Redski, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm
okay.
here.
I just wanted to make
I'm
sure.
like zoning out right now.
Pops up randomly for another brag. Keep in mind, I have him blocked, so he is searching my name regularly so he can involve himself and get attention. I'm not the only person that went through this type of thing with Marcy, or the only person he accused of copying, but I am Marcy's main source of attention. When I stopped giving it to him willingly, he found other ways to take it. More about this later.
Oh God, we're not done yet?
No, we're not done yet.
Marcy has
I got my hopes up.
In the topics that he covers. Here he's accusing Edwin of Edwin's generation and a smaller creator named Daily Joy of copying and not giving him credit. He says there's people who have been like, oh, this is new, I can get views off this, and proceed to linking Daily Joy's channel. Going on to say she's happy because she's getting views using...
Marcy. Okay, Marcy says...
This is where Marcy looks kind of bad.
Marcy says in the chat, I don't want any trouble for him. I want the truth out there. But Marcy, do you not understand where you're fucking up in the game? Do you not understand where you're fucking up in the game? Like, I want the truth out there about Repzilla too, okay? But I'm not, listen, he has me blocked. Do you think I'm going and looking for people that say shit under his post so I can go under there? No. No. You're fucking the game up by doing that, dude. You really are. You're fucking the game up by doing that. I didn't say you wanted to harm him, but you were fucking with him. You were fucking with him by doing that. I've never said that you claim to be perfect. I've never said you claim to be perfect, but you're fucking with him.
Using an unoriginal theory and legit putting out compilation videos of Poppy and Mars, claiming them as her own, including re-uploading the Philly D part where he spoke about Titanic in the Fearless Radio interview, no referencing. Keep in mind, Marcy is talking about things that he himself is doing. He's searching for and finding clips, putting them into his video, coming up with theories and speaking on them. And then says Edwin is copying me and getting 300,000 views. Sure, our channels are more popular than ever, but it seems almost immoral. I try to de-escalate and give him advice. Keep in mind, Marcy says he feels like Daily Joy and other creators who cover the same topic.
It's respectfully they do, because if it wasn't for you in this case, they wouldn't have a video.
As him is immoral. This is important for later.
Something I forgot to mention earlier, which was around the whole Marzago lawsuit thing. I may have mentioned this in a video before, but I was a bit kind of...
Marcy, you were fucking with him by going under his goddamn post where he had you blocked, going under people who are just responding to Repzilla and don't want nothing to do with you, going under their post and fucking with Repzilla. That's how you were fucking with them. You know how you could defend yourself? Make your own goddamn post and not under Repzilla's. That's how you can defend yourself. Or make a goddamn video. That's how you can defend yourself. But going under somebody's tweets who has you blocked and waiting for somebody to reply to them and you go under it, that's fucking creepy, dude. That's creepy and that's obsessive. I'm sorry if nobody has told you that before. Probably not in the way that I do it. It's just how I am. But still, that's creepy, dude. Yes, you were fucking with him. Yes, you absolutely were fucking with him. Somebody just says, oh, I love your videos, or I love you, Repzilla, because, you know, he has his stands out there, and oh, I love you, and then you go right under going, in a YouTube video. Yes, you're fucking with him. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You were absolutely fucking with him. Make your own goddamn tweet or make a fucking video. That's how you can defend yourself. I understand you didn't see it like that because you did it. Because if you saw it like me, you wouldn't have done it. Seriously, dude. Thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate it. You wouldn't have done it if you saw it like me. Obviously.
Worried because this channel just came out of nowhere. It had like 100,000 subs and just made a video about it. Like myself and Rep had been making videos about the whole Mars Argo and Poppy thing.
And don't get me wrong, I do not like Repzilla at all, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm calling the card how I see it.
He'd been making them longer, like maybe 6 months longer, whatever. And it was kind of like...
Yeah, Skip, watch, it's gonna bite me in my ass. Now Repzilla gonna make a video about me because every time that I stick up for somebody I don't like, I get a video made, apparently.
What the community have been waiting for. And so, of course, myself and Rep, I mean, that was what we were waiting for. It was personally my big break. But then, yeah, this bigger channel, Edwin's Generation, just comes on and makes videos about the lawsuit, and so does Petty Page.
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? You know what? The next time me and a bigger YouTuber talk about the same subject, I better get the same fucking views. That's so dumb.
I'm like,
oh my god, I hate this copying shit.
I'm like, well,
I hate it.
They're just getting all these views of this thing.
Again, our anger. I mean, I got my anger out pretty much, but now it's your turn.
Another creator at that time by the name Irrelevant News who created a Google Doc documenting Marcy's obsessive behavior. They document how Marcy was copying me and her. I was unaware that she was making this drive at the time. It also talks about how he harassed another creator named Daily Joy, asking for video credit for things he did not own, calling them unoriginal.
What's going on, Xylie?
I feel like I've yelled enough, so I'm trying to put this in kind words, okay?
See, keep in mind, I can't see the chat.
Yes.
So, like, I don't know what you're reading.
It's not the
but I
reading
can tell
part.
You're really upset.
It's just that... Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put it like this, okay? Okay. Who are you to ask for credit? Let me tell you something. And Redski, I'm only using this as an example, okay? Redski and I have spent hours and hours dissecting this fucking video, okay? Hours and hours, over 3 days probably total, right? Because
3 days.
Yeah,
it has been 3 days.
Yes, okay. Taking notes. I got like 10 pages worth of shit. He was just typing along. You know what? When Redski comes out with his video, if my goddamn name is nowhere on it, I won't give a fuck. Because credit is not due. It is his video. And if he doesn't want to give me credit, I don't give a fuck. All I want is his video to do good. And I am just happy that I was able to help him dissect this shit. Because God forbid if he had dissected this shit on his own, he'd still be doing it right now. Okay?
I'd be ripping my hair out.
Oh, thank you, Melissa, for becoming a member. I appreciate it. There we go. Just saying squad. Thank you, Melissa. You know what I'm saying? So if Redski don't put me anywhere in that description, it's okay. It is absolutely okay. Oh, Marcy, we saw your video last night. The whole credit shit got to go. The whole copying shit got to go.
It just isn't doing any favors.
No, it's not.
For either you or Repzilla.
Exactly. Because Repzilla cries about copying too.
Because that's what Xylie meant about the Ethan Klein Keemstar comparison. You guys have more similarities than I think you realize.
Holy shit, it's like a vicious fucking cycle, round and round and round, and I'm just sitting here pulling my fucking hair out going, both of y'all shut the fuck up. Seriously, holy shit, dude. Okay, I got that out. Let's go.
And pushing boundaries after they told him they have a boyfriend.
Marcy was basically asking for credit because I used a little clip that he had also used on his channel. Like I said, it was the first time I had ever made a video like that, so and I was super new to YouTube. I still am really new to YouTube. I've only been on YouTube for like 6 months or something. So when Marcy asked for credit for the video, and it's still there.
All I'm gonna say is a good goddamn thing it won't me, you asked. You would have got your feelings hurt.
I gave him credit in the description. It was the part where Titanic Sinclair has a Mars Argo logo on his guitar. I didn't know if Marcy owned that footage or not, which is why I agreed to give him credit. Plus, I didn't want to like create a whole situation out of something that was unnecessary, you know? So I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Then this is where I'm going to read the DMs now that I have from him. So he said, I said, how would you like me to credit you? And he said, this is on Instagram, by the way. He said, first line of the description, something like Poppy concert reference, insert video link, if that's okay. And I said, yes, of course. And then I said, I'm sorry, I don't know if that's the standard. I'm new to YouTube. And he said, thank you. Sorry, I'm just a bit on edge because Repzilla likes stealing my video topics and partial footage without crediting me. So I said, does Repzilla respond when you ask him for credit? And Marcy said, we talk most days. We're good friends. He just doesn't care. And I said, oh, okay, he seems really nice. And then he said, he is, just likes taking credit for everything. So I said, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that because I just didn't want to get involved, you know? I was like, okay, like, I gave you the credit that you asked for. Like, it's done, you know?
Okay, so what we have here is a pattern. Marcy, I hope you're not doing this anymore. And I think you said it in your response video that you learned not to do it, which is a good thing. And I hope to God you're not doing this anymore. I hope to God you're not. Because the sad thing is you're going to come across, I don't know, somebody like me. Oh, look, you can see where I looked up Ludwig because I wanted to watch your stream. Whoops. You're going to come across somebody like, I don't know, me. Or somebody as mean as me, and they're going to be like, fuck off. I hope to God you're not doing that anymore. What's up, Kim S? Did y'all give credit to Repzilla for his top? Shut the hell up, Ara. Ara, shut up. But I mean, seriously, I hope to God you're not doing that anymore. I have an issue with wanting to defend myself. Dude, you're talking about copying and you're talking about what? Defending yourself about copying and about giving credit? Sir, no sir, it don't work that way. Do you know how you grow your YouTube channel? You upload. You get it out there on Twitter. You start following people on Twitter and they follow you back. And then you know, the people who sub to you and like your work, they'll retweet it. And that's how you grow your channel. Grow your channel organically. Stop trying to hop on the backs of other people by getting credit and then complaining that they're getting more views on their shit. Seriously. You don't see me out here pissed off that Tipster with 100,000 subs, because he live streams now, that he's getting more views on the same fucking subjects that I'm talking about. Absolutely fucking not. He has 100,000. I can't compete with 100,000 subs. I only have 3. So I automatically know I'm not going to get as many views. That whole credit and copy shit, that shit's got to get thrown in the trash can. I'm sorry. It got to get thrown right in the bin because it's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. Both of them. Because Repzilla's the same goddamn way. He copies people all the goddamn time. Why is it Hold on a second. Amber Chick sent me something. Hold on. Amber Chick, $4.99. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. If you think about how many opinions are uploaded per second on this platform, it will make sense why wanting credit is just dumb as fuck. Hashtag a dime a dozen. Yes, exactly, Amber Chick. Now, back to Repzilla. He does it all the time. Why do you think Repzilla is the last fucking person to upload something? Because he watches everybody else's videos, he talks their same talking points, and then he adds his little umph to make it his. He does the same shit. So he needs to shut the fuck up about people copying too. Until he's like the first one to upload on a fucking subject, he can shut up too. Shit.
God damn. I think we need this, Xylie.
So I said,
like
okay, well, I'm sorry to hear
Xylie.
that. He said, if he does it again, I'm claiming copyright. There's probably 6 at the moment. So here you go. You can see. I hope you guys can read it.
Yes, damn it. And every creator out there named Kim S wants credit for every fucking video you do, and you better give it to her.
But yeah, so sorry if it was blurry, but he said, if he does it again, I'm claiming copyright. There's probably 6 at the moment that are uncredited. So then I told him, like, if he's your friend, you shouldn't do that because that could really hurt him. And he said, actions speak louder than words. So I was just like, this is what I said. I said, that's true. But at the same time, maybe he doesn't know how serious you are about it. I would give him a chance to know your true feelings before you do something that could hurt him or hurt his channel. Then he says, it's clear enough to read? Okay, good. He said, if I claim copyright, I'll be taking the revenue, and unless he addresses it public, it will be between me and him. So then, again, super new to YouTube. I don't know a whole lot about the creating aspect of it. So I said, would he be protected under fair use? Sorry, like I said, I don't know much of how YouTube works. And he said, doesn't matter if he is. If he blatantly steals a video idea without credit, then it's different. How can you tell it was taken from me without a reference?
Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. I'm about to have a Tommy C moment where I'm going to swallow my fucking mic. I swear to God. I'm about to have a Tommy C peanut moment. I swear to fucking God.
Do it. Do it, Xylie. I'm a bad influence. I'm a bad influence.
So at that point, I was just
do
like,
it.
No, we're not going to do it.
Okay. He clearly isn't willing to hear somebody else's perspective, you know?
She calls him out about how I'm not using any of his content. Keep in mind, I'm not aware that this is going on.
I tried to explain to him that he doesn't need to credit him, you know? And all he said was, that's not what it's about. So then...
Marcy, it doesn't matter when it was. Do you not understand? It doesn't matter what it was. All I'm saying is I hope you're not doing it now. I hope you're not going... He said... oh God, what did he say? He said this was 2018. I don't give a fuck if it was 1912. Okay? I hope you're not doing it now because honestly, Repzilla showed a pattern of behavior with you. And I hope that behavior has ended. Because let me tell you something. I can take one of your videos right now and I can do a react to it and I ain't got to put shit in the description. I don't have to tag you. I ain't got to do shit. Now, I do it out of the grace of my heart with everybody that I do, whether I like the video or not. I do it, but I don't have to. I don't have to do shit.
I just tried to explain myself even more, and he just wasn't getting it, so I just stopped trying because it was clear that he doesn't want to understand. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at my phone to just kind of skim through the DMs, you know?
Oh my God, I'm over it. Are we almost done with this shit? Where is he going to talk about something else? Or is it going to be her?
This is Marcy Part 2, I think.
Yes, it is Marcy Part 2. Let's get past her.
Similar titles. Other than him accusing Edwin and other small creators of copying, he seems to only care about me. I think it's because I attempted to not give up on him and remained in contact for longer than I should have. The girls finally decided to tell me what he was doing.
You can say that Repzilla was leading Marcy on, and Marcy could have interpreted it like that, but I don't know. There's wrongs on both sides. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna be honest. All right. This is what I honestly think happened. At one point, Repzilla told Marcy, as I get bigger, I'm going to bring you up with me. And I think Marcy took it to heart, and I think Marcy is pissed because Repzilla didn't do that. I think that's what all this bullshit right here, this whole goddamn 40-minute section on Marcy is because of that. I really do. I really think that's what it's about. I really do. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm 100% right. It is literally my opinion, and my opinion aren't facts. It's just the way I fucking feel.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
You know what I'm saying?
Doing to them. Daily and I talked.
Honestly, this is a waste of a video. Oh
Dude,
my God,
he
wasted
literally
all that time when he could have addressed the Eugenia Cooney shit, the Gabby Hanna shit, and yeah, he does have segments in this video, but we'll get to that because he shifts the goalposts so fucking hard.
Dude, he literally could have just done a video about Marcy and then everything else. He could have split this into 2 fucking videos. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I would have just skipped the whole fucking Marcy video. Because I would have just said what I said. And just, I'm going to say what I say. And then watch the fucking video if you want to watch it.
Finally decided to tell Repzilla. Daily and Rep both decided at this time that Marcy wasn't worth the drama. Daily blocked him and Rep continued to be nice to him. I saw quite a few...
Okay, Marcy says, I didn't silent. Okay, I don't know what you mean by I didn't silent. I have been in contact with Bambi through, though, that thing. My complaint was I should have been attacked. Instead, the person decided to attack someone who shouldn't have been attacked. Marcy, what are you saying?
I'm kind of confused.
I didn't silent. I've been in contact with Bambi ain't got nothing to do with this. This is about you and Repzilla. My complaint was that I should have been attacked. Instead, the person decided to attack someone who shouldn't have been attacked. Marcy, I don't get what you're saying, honey. I really hope it's over now. Seriously, I want it over. Well, I hope it's over too, because all this is stupid. All this is stupid. All this is dumb.
I don't know. I think this stuff can all be like dropped because it's been so far in the past. I think what we need to focus on is the shit tactics Repzilla did with like the Eugenia Cooney and Gabby Hanna shit.
Okay, this is her talking about that. Okay, here we go.
Finally.
Okay, I'm just gonna skip because I'm over it. That's about the obsessive account. Yes, there's an account that follows Marcy around that is obsessive too. They do the same fucking shit under tweets. Boom, we got that point. All right, Rewired Soul. Here we go. Shit. Yes, you're late, ma'am.
I attempted to interview during a situation involving...
You missed me having a shit fit. Miss Petty Page. I just got finished having a shit fit.
Paige just missed. Oh no!
You just missed the shit fit. I just literally had a shit fit, and you completely missed it.
Oh, she missed the best part of the stream.
Ugh. Silent, she credited me in the video. Oh, Silent is a person. She credited me in the video. I have been in contact with her on Twitter, and I don't believe it's been expressed. Okay, that's fine, Marcy. All I'm saying is I hope it has stopped. Because you could have ran into someone like me and I would have told you to go fuck yourself. Honestly. Honestly. All right, let's go.
Another creator named The Rewired Soul. Many people have said that I was close friends with The Rewired Soul. I barely knew him. We spoke on Twitter randomly for about 3 months. July 28, 2019, he apologized for dragging me into this situation. Listen, man, I want to apologize. I did mess up quite a bit. I blew up and got cocky, and my ego got in the way. I don't like the way the situation was portrayed in your book, but I understand that is how you felt. I just wanted to clarify I pulled my support because you joked about making money off of people.
Oh, wait, hold on. Now. And you recently upset me with the way you handled T&D. Your channel was doing better, and you did what the mob canceled you for in the first place. I tried warning you, but you can't see the disconnect in the first place. That upsets me. Now, in this section, since we've passed Marcy, thank the fuck God, okay? Now that we've passed Marcy, now we're going to go into a different style of the video, okay? He's going to tell you a truth, but there's always going to be something behind that truth. He likes to highlight where he was nice in a conversation, but he likes to not highlight the part and not read out the part where he was being kind of douchey. All right? That's one of the problems. One of the many problems.
And that is how you felt. I just wanted to clarify I pulled my support because you joked about making money off of people. November 25th, 2019. He also apologized for making hateful videos about me. Hey man, I want to reach out and apologize privately. We don't have to be friends, but the way I acted was uncalled for. Seems fine to me. I don't want to be...
Seems fine to me. I do not want to be friends, but I also don't want to associate. I won't ever be able to overlook how the YouTuber Primink made everyone... See, he didn't highlight this part, nor did he read it. I won't ever be able to overlook how the YouTuber Primink made everyone think I was more involved with you than I was. Well, it's optics. Your controversy was your controversy, and when I talked to Leafy Greens, it was to analyze a situation no different than any other situation, but somehow, just because of associating with you at all, I went through an emotionally difficult time. Maybe in the future I can let that go and heal from it, but not anytime soon. But didn't he make videos sticking up?
Yeah,
for the
I swear.
soul?
I can ask Primink, but I'm pretty sure he did, yeah.
Friends, and I don't want to associate. He explained our relationship in a video.
And I guess I'll address the Repzilla situation really quick. Repzilla and I, we were almost like colleagues. We just talked, we talked about stories, we gave each other YouTube advice, you know, what was going on in the community.
And Rewire Ourselves said they weren't friends either. Okay, they weren't friends.
That was about the extent. I've never talked to him on the phone, we've never met in person or anything like that. And if I'm being honest, Repzilla hurt my feelings because when all this stuff happened...
Repzilla hurt my feelings. I'm sorry. I laugh every time he fucking says that. The way he says it, he goes, because Repzilla hurt my feelings.
It's a good line. Maybe you should make that your super chat ringing.
That would be fucking hilarious. Where are we at? 5512? Okay, I might do that.
Advice, you know, what was going on in the community. That was about the extent. I've never talked to him on the phone. We've never met in person or anything like that. And if I'm being honest, Repzilla hurt my feelings because when all this stuff happened, Repzilla just turned his back on me and just walked out. He's like, you're on your own, buddy. And that's what it felt like.
I mean, he kind of done it to Bell too. Just saying.
Oh, he did. He did. Pastel Bell dirty.
He wasn't there for Bell when Bell was catching the shit.
He did Bell Aubrey dirty.
Because he knew he was next, so he took tail and ran.
Completely deserted.
Oh, but Repzilla, your time is here.
That's why I empathize with James Charles.
He went into more detail in a book he wrote called Cancelled. Even though we weren't friends, but more colleagues, I had a ton of respect for him. The fact that he turned on me knowing that the mob scared him into doing so made me lose just about all respect for him. July 28th, 2019. I explained to him why I publicly told people I didn't support him. For the record, I didn't pull my support.
We just talk about how aggravating his voice is this entire video.
He says you chose to listen to them and think my mistakes.
Yeah, he's downplaying his voice on purpose. I mean, because
I know, because you hear what he sounds like when he's talking about serious situations on his channel, and then you hear him on this one. It sounds like he's on the brink of tears, and it's like, I totally know what you're doing, dude.
Made me a bad person, so you were influenced by them. I respond, I didn't listen to anyone.
Read the part that he didn't highlight.
Mistakes made me a bad person, so you were influenced.
I may be wrong, but I never treated you with anything but kindness, respect, and support, so you were influenced by them. Now, this is Rewire Soul talking to him. I am sure many people were influenced by the hate videos made about you. I choose to make my judgment about a person based on my interactions with the person and not what people say about them. I believe you're a good dude with a good heart regardless of what's been said about you, and that's just how we're different.
By them. I respond, I didn't listen to anyone.
I'm just going to read the whole thing. I didn't listen to anyone. I paved my own way in life. I don't know what he was doing. I didn't pay attention to the way you handled your business before. Then, as I said to T&D, you go about it in a way that business-wise is not agreeable with me. There was no angry mob until Primink released a video on me. I pulled my support when other creators took me aside and showed me things that you said and did.
I paved my own way in life. I didn't pay attention to the way you handled your business before. Then, as I said with T&D, you go about it in a way that business-wise is not agreeable with me.
I don't know who T&D is. If anybody can tell me who is T&D?
I mean, obviously it probably stands for something. I don't know.
What did Irish said? So it looks like he pulls that shit in DMs too.
There was no angry mob until Primink released a video on me. I pulled my support when other creators took me aside and showed me the things you said and did. It's strange because he says he's mad at me, but I didn't know him. When I found out some of the things that were going on back then, I let people know I didn't support that.
Well, Repzilla, you don't know me and you got mad at me and blocked my ass. I'm just saying.
It's that simple. I want to say this was in the past.
But Redski isn't blocked. Just throwing that out there. Redski is not blocked. I am blocked, but Redski isn't. Redski made I made a whole ass live stream, so I mean, yeah.
Here's what someone told me. The reason he never names me or my video at all in this video is because it gives me credibility, because his viewers will go over and watch it.
No, it's a tactic. It's definitely a tactic. Absolutely.
But I have no issues with the guy. Marcy and others were saying I was close to the Rewired Soul in some kind of weird way to say I turned on my friends. Marcy's reaction when he found out the Rewired Soul also was saying that we weren't friends, confirming what I had been telling people, shows his dishonesty.
This goes on to say, I was going to write a whole chapter about Repzilla, but I'll leave it at this.
Okay, I'm sorry. But just as much as I said that Marcy was obsessed with Repzilla, Repzilla is obsessed with Marcy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not.
He just isn't public about it.
Right.
Oh no, he isn't just he's not public about it, because I know some people who talk to Repzilla behind the scenes and everything, and I gotta say, dude's obsessed.
Just saying.
Even though we weren't friends, but were more colleagues, I had a ton of respect for him.
Oh wait, that's a great idea. Who said that? That Prim and Rep debate though. Oh yeah, Silent Night. Hey,
yeah, I have that archive.
Oh, but FYI, if Primink and Repzilla want to debate, you can come on here. I'm the perfect moderator. I promise I won't yell at either one of you. I won't have a shit fit. I will be nice and professional. I'll even dress professional, get my makeup, do my hair, everything.
Just like Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Shut up. You ass. You ass. That's
hey,
what
she's a cool person. She's a cool person.
I know why you said that though, you little shit. It's alright, I call you a
I
lobster.
know, but she's still a cool person.
Now, before I go on, it's interesting because Rep also said that they weren't friends. Although Rep had worked on a thumbnail.
I don't care.
I
do not care.
10 minutes. He asked and I said, sure, that's it. The reason I wanted to clarify my relationship with the Rewired Soul is to show you that I had no bias when I went to interview Leafy Greens. To explain this further, I'm going to show you the conversation between me, Leaf, and the Rewired Soul.
The Leafy Greens situation is Repzilla inserting himself into a situation he should have never gotten involved in.
Yeah, because it ended up becoming a situation that he
wanted to play
handle.
hero, and that's where his Messiah complex comes in.
Yeah, because even Primink ended up blocking her because she was going through some stuff then, and it was.
And he knew she was mentally unstable, and he was still pulling things on her.
Yeah.
Was attempting to understand the situation. March 1st, 2019, I reached out to Chris and said, hey, I'm going to have to make a video addressing. People keep asking me. I will be critical and fair to both sides. I just wanted to let you know. And then asked, what is the podcast that Leafy Greens used? I want to make sure the context isn't obscured. I said, send anything over that you think will help with the video if you get time. He asked, is it just about me and Leaf or everything? I said, specifically, I would really like your thoughts on record for her saying you diagnosed her. How it made you feel. You can write it here and I can pull it. Just say off record, on record for things if that makes sense. Chris goes on record to say, it's a similar situation that I had with Trisha Paytas. I showed clips of Trisha saying that she has BPD because I don't and can't diagnose anyone. My goal with my videos has been, if the viewer can relate to this, I want to help. In my video response to Trisha, I showed the clips where she says she has BPD. About Leaf, he says, during the podcast, I knew Matt, my co-host, was going to ask me about Leafy Greens. So I checked out her content and saw she had a lot of videos about BPD. I watched one and she discussed how she was diagnosed with BPD and she wants to help others with tools that she learned to live with.
Okay, Rewired Soul was doing the shithead shit that he does. I love that you guys are covering this, and I think it's really sad he blocked you. You're pretty damn fair. Well, I was kind of trolling on it because he had made a tweet saying Rep Squad, the best squad, and I had made some kind of tweet off of that tweet. I quote tweeted.
I mean, I did too.
I trolled a little bit. I mean, I kind of deserved it. I can't be really mad at him.
Dude, I've been trolling him since my video dropped.
With BPD. He said in the podcast, I think she has BPD based on what she said. She took offense.
Thank you, Honest Conversation, for the $4.99, by the way.
To that. I have currently asked her why it upset her, waiting for her to reply. To which I said to Leaf, I saw where you were upset about the Rewired Soul saying he thinks you have BPD. Can you explain this for me on record? I plan to pull this for video, just say on record, off record for things if that makes sense, just like I did with the Rewired Soul. She explained she thought it was disgusting that Chris continued to make videos about Trisha Paytas having BPD after she denied having it, and asked him to stop and explain how hurt she was. And then says that she watched the entire scenario play out again, but this time, she was in Trisha Paytas'.
And then he did it publicly, and he did it despite the fact that I have many videos that express my disdain for BPD, which I feel is the new incarnation of hysteria.
Place. Chris did the very thing I called him out for in my video. After talking to Leafy Greens, I went back to Chris and said, did you continue to make videos about Trisha Paytas after she denied having BPD? To which he says, I made some defending her during the David Dobrik situation, but nothing about her having BPD. I also made one saying I'm done with their crap. To which I said, Leafy Greens said that she's upset because she doesn't agree with the existence of BPD as a formal diagnosis. I told her the reason you said that you thought she had it was because she said it in a video. She was also upset because you kept insisting that Trisha Paytas had BPD, but I informed her of the video where she also says this. How do you feel about that? To which he tells me I don't diagnose anyone. I use that clip.
Come on, Rewired Soul. You know what you were doing. Come on, sir.
with Trisha stating she has BPD in order to help others who can relate. I hope you can use that clip, to which I asked if he could send that clip to me. Leafy says, you can easily discover by watching my videos that I have indeed been diagnosed as BPD, but then goes on to say, if I say I don't have BPD, then that should be respected. I am the ultimate authority over myself. I'm not a stupid person. To which I explained to her what Chris said. Chris had told me that the reason he said he thought you had BPD is because he heard you say it in a video. He told me that Trisha Paytas also says this in a video. I verified where Trisha Paytas did indeed say this. How do you feel about that? I have other questions about what you're talking about. I won't forget, I have them written down. She goes on to explain more in depth and says that also Chris didn't mention any...
Okay, so he was being an asshole. All right, we get that.
Yeah.
We get that.
On day and had a conversation with him about the Rewired Soul and his licenses and certification. People that Leaf is BPD. He says no. I then asked him, did she tell you not to talk harassing me? So she might have. I then say to Leaf, I guess what I don't understand is why you're upset if you know you have theories that are against conventional medicine. That is not of the mainstream, meaning that most people are not aware of this. And you get upset with Chris because he doesn't understand that. If you said in a video that you were formerly diagnosed with BPD, how is he supposed to know any different? Same for Trisha. I can give you a link to where she said this as well. To which she explains to me in her videos that talk about BPD.
Okay. She's upset about that. We know that part. That's not the part I'm wanting.
I'm really trying to understand the situation between the two and almost like I'm mediating the situation.
There you go. He inserted himself.
This was my first attempt at an interview.
Again, it's his Messiah complex. He thinks he's in the right because he's a quote-unquote healer. It's like, no, you're a train wreck.
This was my first attempt at an interview. I wrote down all the questions I would ask, but I should have done the interview via video, done a pre-interview to get on the same page, and done more research. March 3, 2019. I thought the interview was a fail, but the Rewired Soul said it was great.
Shut up.
I didn't understand this. The full interview will be
I'm being honest. Holy shit.
Leafy Greens agreed with the initial interview and thanked me for it. When I explained my video was to be neutral, giving...
It was very critical of Chris and you and other mental health channels. Hypocrisy... It was very critical of Chris and you, other mental health channels. The hypocrisy of mental health channels for making drama videos about Chris and my relationship with Chris of that. I don't know the guy. Somehow I was lumped in because I am nice to people. It keeps happening to me.
Oh my God.
Feel sorry for me, Repzilla.
Holy shit. Does he not even realize how disingenuous this is?
I'm just saying.
Criticisms with all sides. Leafy Greens became angry.
The audacity to put these DMs where he looks like an asshole and then expects his audience to buy it because he knows that they're just going to eat it all up.
I guarantee you most people didn't even actually watch this video. They just listened to it.
Well, some people came to my video and were asking me to delete it because it was causing him distress. And I had a pinned comment that said I would address everything in my next video. And I had to comment. I'm like, check the pinned comment.
I wanted to give her the opportunity to decline being in the video, and if she still wanted to be in it, I wanted to make sure what I could and could not speak on. As I asked her questions of what was okay to include, she became angry. I wanted her to know that I wasn't putting her in the video if she didn't agree. She became angrier, told me to show all the DMs, told me if I didn't, she would screenshot them and do it herself. I didn't understand this as I had told her I wasn't going to put her in the video, but she started releasing our DMs out of context.
But you definitely have fucked with the wrong person. You can't even see the problems with how you spoke to me, and that's an issue.
Context. People were getting really mad at me. I started feeling a lot of pressure, and then she told me again to show it all. So I quickly screen recorded them and released them on Twitter as she asked. I made a mistake and released something that I gave my word would be off record. If you look here at the timestamps, it shows they were only public for around 36 minutes before she made me aware. I immediately apologized on Twitter. I explained it was an accident. March 12, 2019. I apologized again publicly on Twitter. I didn't name her because, as you will see, she asked me to remove everything about her, and another channel had been threatening me. I even attempted to apologize in the comments on her video.
What is that other channel he never names?
I don't know. He never names it.
See, that's the thing. He also inserts little things here and there, like, oh, by the way, this so-and-so is threatening me or harassing me, and never elaborates, so his audience is just like, oh, we feel so bad for you.
And another channel had been threatening me. I even attempted to apologize in the comments under her video because I wanted it to be public, but they were telling me not to say her name or they were going to expose me. March 4, 2019. She sent me a list of demands to remedy the situation, of which I'd already completed. March 8, 2019. She made a video with said list of demands to make things right. As I said, I'd already done them. I removed all videos, tweets relating to the situation and stopped saying her name. I found out she had hid the apology I posted on her video. It was still there, but viewers were unable to see it, but it was still live in my comments history. She was actively telling people that I deleted the apology. Keep in mind she had been telling me not to say her name, to remove any mention of her, as well as deleting her own Twitter. Meanwhile, she was doing live streams saying she hated me, I wouldn't apologize, and that I ruined her life. Again, another channel that was associated with her was threatening to expose me with what I believed was my docs. I'll explain why I thought this soon. I felt like I was being silenced as there was no evidence.
So he thought it was his docs, is what he's saying.
Remember,
but then look how
he shows the doc she had, and it had a locale thing on it. Remember?
Mm-hmm. The locale that he tweeted and said was fake.
Yes.
So again, you got to keep in mind that maybe she thought it was fake, and it's not even Leaf who had it. It was a friend of hers.
Yeah.
Apparently, allegedly, we don't know for sure.
Well, apparently that locale docs went everywhere. I'm just saying. And obviously everybody saw it when he tweeted it and said it was fake.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
April 3, 2019. I reached out on Instagram in an attempt to get some sort of verification of her receiving at least one of my apologies. This resulted in her accusing me of talking about her behind the scenes, and she emailed me a bag of, well, you can see.
I want to email him a bag of dicks too.
Meanwhile, she had my apology saved.
How do we know that it's actually
also in this
dicks?
Google Drive?
Oh no, they're actually like you can actually get a bag of dicks, and it's actually little dick candies. And it's called dicks, but with a hyphen, Irish badass being an asshole.
Is that him trying to like claim harassment? Like, I don't see how that's a terrible thing. I don't know.
What, that she has his locale? Because
no, that she sent him dicks. I don't know. It's just
it's oh my god, she's being mean to me type of thing. That's all it is.
That she created was my docs. I knew about this at the time. This is what I believed the exposed was, and another reason that I stayed quiet. Around this time, I was being told that she was sending people to discredit me. She was deleting comments on her YouTube videos that was calling her out for some of the things that she was doing. Evidence suggesting that she was deleting more comments and sending people to dogpile on others. Even
why is he like sticking
the
microphone down his throat?
I don't know, but this is the part that drives me insane and gives me a fucking headache because he goes boom, boom. You hear the bass and it's like it's off tune.
Yeah.
She was purposely giving out my
he is
email,
off
sending
tune
people to
in more
attack
ways
me,
than one.
even sending a dox of my full name, city, and state. People kept sending me all of this, but keep in mind, I was being blackmailed to stay quiet. So I started talking to other creators about what to do. March 9, 2019, 10:59 a.m.
You weren't telling other creators what to do. You were telling creators to make videos on her.
To people.
Yeah, he was.
You should read those messages from Life of a Free Spirit, Xylie. I think he shows them in the video.
People in the community.
You should read those because she went off.
This creator let me know another creator named Primink was going to make a video on me. More about that soon. That same day, another creator I trusted asked if they could make a video about this. I declined because at this point, I had decided making videos about leafy greens was not the best thing to do at this point. Two smaller creators that had sent the information that others were sending me got upset when I told them I was backing out of anything to do with leafy greens. I never did any.
I had no idea she was promoting a book. Oh my god. And then he sends all this stuff that has her real name in it.
That wasn't public at the time, to my knowledge.
That wasn't like a lot of people knew about and whatever.
Research into leafy greens. I only copy and pasted what others sent me.
He only copy and pasted. He only copy and pasted, but you still sent it, Repzilla. You still sent it. It doesn't matter whether you copy or paste or you type the shit out yourself. You still sent it.
And this is a clear pattern. Sorry to interrupt, but this is the kind of shit Repzilla does when he feels like he's backed into a corner. Keep in mind, this is a situation he inserted himself into. This isn't a situation where somebody pushed him into the back of a corner because he had no choice. He could have abandoned ship any fucking time he wanted, but he has to win. That is what he wants. He thinks that he is a messiah. He can help people. No, sometimes you just don't win, dude. Sometimes you just don't fucking win. And I got some tricks up my sleeve with those fucking things you sent to the people, because I've been in contact with them.
Oh, yeah. Redski is going to have
Yeah, I have
it's
an article
not
that he
good.
sent. It is disgusting. It goes against everything that he stands for.
Yeah.
And I've been in contact with the people and he insists that it's like 3 people. It's actually 6. It's 6 people he sent the shit to.
Well, he just said 2 in the video. See, that's what I'm saying.
3. Yeah, he's so inconsistent. I am gonna... Jesus Christ, I'm pissed.
Oh, it's your turn now.
No, like, I'm just saying, like, I know the fucking shit that he sent to the creators because I've been in contact with them. I'm going to show exactly what he sent them. Not the Leafy Greens docs.
No, of course not. Of course not.
But
no,
the
no.
articles that he sent.
Me within 20 minutes of receiving it. April 25th, 2019. I've been trying to tell other people why.
No, I copied all of that and pasted it from one of the people who was hurt by leafy greens. They wanted me to make a video, but I felt my channel was not the appropriate place to do it. So you sent it out to like how many people? Like
6.
Was it confirmed 6?
According to my source, I can double check. We know for sure it's 3 because that's what's in his Google Doc.
Well,
I have that doc downloaded, by the way, so if he deletes anything, I can cross-reference and see what exactly he deleted.
Oh, there you go.
I sent her info to other creators. February 2nd, 2019. I made a video with some criticisms about a YouTuber named Primink and his coverage on another YouTuber named The Rewired Soul, whose name is Chris. In Primink's January 31st, 2019 video, YouTube's Pretend Therapist is Concerning, one of his examples of concern was Chris's promotion of an online therapy service called BetterHelp.
While all of YouTube were making videos highlighting BetterHelp and their questionable practices, BetterHelp is a service that lets you talk to therapists online. It got in trouble because it came to light that they didn't have a good system of verifying their therapists. Chris actively promoted and still to this day promotes their services to all of his fans.
At the time, I'd been covering the shady business practices of this company and another creator who was involved named Katie Morton. In Primink's video, he tells his viewers that Katie Morton is a trustworthy alternative to the Rewired Soul.
Life lesson. If you ever even have an inclination that something you're promoting is a scam or bad for your fans, you drop that sponsor instantly. If you guys are looking for a channel that is truly supportive and, in my eyes, a good example of a mental health channel, go check out Katie Morton. She is a certified therapist. That's right, certified.
You can see right here, this video was like 2 weeks ago. This is Katie Morton. Click into it in the description. It's she's still actively promoting BetterHelp. He would have known this if he just went to look. Katie Morton didn't just promote BetterHelp, but she was one of the founding creators to bring it to YouTube, as can be seen in this October 11th, 2021 screenshot. Another creator I'm friends with pointed this out and gave criticism as well. Primink doubled down on his Katie Morton stance without going to her channel to check.
Okay, well, let's see what Primink said. Let's see what Primink said.
Oh, and here's the other thing. Repzilla is kind of being disingenuous here. So he frames the Rewired Soul video like Primink's criticizing the Rewired Soul for supporting BetterHelp. No, that was a small little segment. The entire video was just criticizing the Rewired Soul for being like a fake therapist.
Yes.
That was what the video was about.
Because
Repzilla was being extremely disingenuous and uncharitable.
We literally went back and
we watched the whole entire video that
fucking video.
Made.
And
oh god.
We've watched probably a span of like 12 fucking videos during this.
Kill me.
But this is what Primink said. Primink said Katie Morton was hold on. I can't really blow it up. All right. Katie Morton was an associate with BetterHelp. Like almost every YouTuber on the platform, Boogie, Phillip, Trisha Paytas, etc. But like all the other YouTubers, she dropped her sponsor when she realized it was scummy, whereas the Rewire Soul to this day promotes them. I knew when I promoted her that this was the case, not a lack of research. If I was trying to promote the perfect person, then I would have promoted no one. Everyone has their problems. But out of all the mental health channels I've seen out there, she seems to be the most legit. So but wait a minute. Look at what, but
have an inclination that something you're promoting is a scam or bad for your fans, you drop that sponsor instantly. If you guys are looking for a channel that is truly supportive and, in my eyes, a good example of a mental health channel, go check out Katie Morton. She is a certified therapist. That's right, certified.
You can see right here, this video was like 2 weeks ago. This is Katie Morton. Click into it in the description. It's she's still actively promoting BetterHelp. He would have known this if he just went to look. Katie Morton didn't just promote BetterHelp, but she was one of the founding creators to bring it to YouTube, as can be seen in this October 11th, 2021 screenshot. Another creator I'm friends with pointed this out and gave criticism as well. Primink doubled down on his Katie Morton stance without going to her channel to check.
All he tells you is that he doubled down. He didn't read. He didn't read what Primink said. He just said he doubled down. That's where I'm telling you, he does a truth, but then he has some bullshit behind his truth.
And the other thing with the BetterHelp thing, I'll have to ask Willie about this, but like I'm pretty sure it was worse. Like people made it seem worse than it actually was.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I'll have to ask Willie about it because I know he knows
This
more about
surprised me, so I decided to send him a DM. February 1st, 2019, I was only going to send one message, but he said he... This surprised me, so I decided to send him a DM. February 1st, 2019, I was only going...
I'll be straightforward, brudda. You messed up on your video about the rewired soul. You should probably apologize for misinformation or something or another. This is advice. When I first started on YouTube, I made several mistakes of lacking research.
Oh, he still makes those mistakes, though. That's so hypocritical.
But learned from it, and I thank goodness I made my mistakes when I only had a few hundred subs. I think you grew too fast and didn't get to learn this experience.
Whoa.
Katie Morton does still promote BetterHelp and is extremely business savvy and knows what she's doing. I've done extensive research on her. Good luck. He didn't tell you that part.
Going to send one message, but he said he wasn't.
He didn't read it, though.
Damn.
So if you're just listening to this, you're not reading it. If you're not pausing it, you're not reading it.
So is what our 4 hours was like dedicated to that one night?
It was dedicated to reading all the shit. Here's Primink. I knew Katie Morton was once affiliated with BetterHelp. I didn't realize it was deeper than that because she was just a channel I was shouting out that I heard good things from, not someone I was full-fledged looking into. If the only critic is about Katie Morton, the person the video isn't even about, then the video is fine. I'm certainly not apologizing. In the last day, I've received dozens of messages from people in the community. Messages of him only asking about views and money. Him knowingly putting out videos without full research. Him using people, etc., etc. I don't know if you're friends with Chris because it kind of seems so, but he's not a good dude. And that's what was Primink's thing to it.
Yeah, and the whole thing is Repzilla really looks like he is friends with the Rewired Soul because of how hard he's going to bat for him.
Surprised me, so I decided to send him a DM. February 1st, 2019, I was only going to send one message, but he said he wasn't going to correct the misinformation. He also insinuated that I might be friends with Chris. I think he thought I was telling him to apologize to Chris when I was actually suggesting he correct the misinformation about Katie Morton. Keep in mind I was not friends with Chris. I had made 2 videos about specific situations with him pertaining to Bobby Burns and Trisha Paytas because I had been covering Bobby Burns and Trisha around that time. No other reason. I did not know anything about the situations involving the Rewired Soul, so when Primink said people were sending him evidence, I asked if I could see it. Primink said he didn't want to out his friends, to which I said,
yes, Paige, it was very condescending. It's difficult to make the accusation, then really I just want to know if he actually is doing this.
If the Rewired Soul was actually doing all these things, I wanted to know. He said he wasn't going to show me.
I'm not going to throw these people under the bus, a few larger creators and a few medium-sized in the mental health genre. I don't think this conversation is throwing them under the bus. I will never use this in a video.
Because I made 2 videos.
You defended him twice, so sorry. I don't really feel like outing these people. They are, but they are there.
Defending the Rewired Soul. I did not, but giving the timing and coverage, I can see why anyone would think that. At this point, I didn't think Primink was telling the truth. I was fully under the impression that Primink was making things up out of spite. February 4th, 2019, when I learned about everything the Rewired Soul had done, I attempted to apologize.
Hey, I see what your concerns are at the heart. I feel bad that some of your fan base was upset with me.
Apologize to Primink. This resulted in him calling me biased, accusing me.
It wasn't just my fans. It was your fans also. And it wasn't about hearts. The video was just biased. People are aware you're friends with Chris and are collabing soon. People like your channel because you show both sides of the story. But you failed to do that here.
Me of being friends with the Rewired Soul.
And he has ever since.
But he doesn't read the rest of it, though.
Told him, I don't know Chris.
And he goes, I disagree. I don't know Chris outside of YouTube. I'm respectful to anyone who is respectful to me. Your points were incorrect information. If it wasn't for that, I'd not make a video. It's as simple as that. I'm not worried about, I guess it. I just wanted to let you know I understand why you made the video.
Again, telling him my criticisms were only about Katie Morton. February 5th, 2019.
He didn't even mention Katie Morton.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Oh, God. He didn't mention Katie Morton, and I hit the wrong goddamn button. Shit. Hold on. Where was I at?
Small YouTubers coming up, please learn this. Never be like Repzilla. Just never ever be like Repzilla, and you'll always succeed.
Him evidence, I asked if I could see it. Primink said he didn't want to out his friends, to which I said if the Rewired Soul was actually doing all these things, but giving the timing and coverage, I can see why anyone would think that. At this point, I didn't think Primink was telling the truth. I was fully under the impression that Primink was making things up out of spite. February 4th, 2019, when I learned about being friends with the Rewired Soul, to which I told him, I don't know Chris, again telling him
I disagree. I don't know Chris outside of YouTube. Points are okay. We already
criticisms
read that.
were only about Katie Morton. February 5th, 2019. I told Primink I felt bad that people thought I was biased.
I do feel bad that your fans thought I was biased, but I don't feel it necessary to make a video proving all my points. I don't want to divide the community at all. I'm about peace and love.
But I didn't want to make a video clarifying
See, that's
my
just
points,
deflection.
like I'm doing right now, almost 3 years later. Also, keep in mind I was going through a harassment situation and the police were involved. I was also dealing with Marcy and Leafy Greens holding my docs. March 14, 2019, Primink released part 1 of a 2-part series where I would be the focus of the second part. I sent Primink a DM that same day, again saying I was not close to the rewired soul, and if he had any questions, just to ask. He said he had no questions. I attempted to explain.
What does it say? Or what does the thing? Yeah.
Hey, dude, I told you multiple times that I was not close to Chris. I have literally done nothing to no one on this platform. I saw you commenting on that video the other day. I have all my receipts and videos on everything that I have ever done. If you have questions, then you should probably ask me. I have been very respectful to you and do not want to be focus of false allegations and misinformation. I wish you wouldn't lump me in with the Rewire Soul. If you have questions, then I should ask. And there's Primink saying, I have no questions.
Close to the rewired soul, and if he had any questions, just to ask. He said he had no questions. I attempted to explain to him.
Look, bro. Look, bro.
This is where his assiness comes in.
I don't want to have a YouTube war with you. I am telling you now, and you'll have to take my word for this. I have never done anything to anyone purposely since my time on YouTube. I understand that people might not have my best intentions in mind, so I have saved all the receipts and videos with everyone. If your video paints me in a negative light about these things, I will have to make a video with all the evidence, debunking things, giving attention to people who I have decided not to give attention to, or I have agreed to drop things about.
Everything that I was going through.
And that's exactly why I covered the stuff in my video with the girl and Marcy the way I did, because I saw that message.
You should know that I never told Marcy the seriousness of the situation, the law was involved, and that my girlfriend was scared for her kids, which I understand about the girl. I understand that now. I'm going to give him that part.
Yeah, now, because he finally provided context for it. God damn it.
But I get the worried part, definitely. So when he came out with the videos of my personal information, it took things to another level. I had to stop live streams and all sorts of things. It was May to June, and then it started, and he dropped his video with my image of my personal Facebook. What image is he talking about? Is he talking about the picture he gave him?
I think he did, because I think Crow did a stream about it.
When the stalker was actively looking for me and she was in his comments, someone reached out to let me know Marcy was leaking pictures of my family, although I could never confirm. I removed... So wait, right here, there's your answer. Remember we were asking that question? Did he ever confirm if the parents were leaked? If the family was leaked? He just says it right here. He never confirmed that the family was leaked.
I told you, he was going off of speculation.
And my personal Facebook, when the stalker was actively looking for me, she was in his comments. Someone reached out to let me know Marcy was leaking pictures of my family, although I can never confirm. I moved him from my Facebook, has been private since. Well, that's a good thing. Private your private Facebook, people. My girlfriend doesn't even put pictures with me on her Facebook because during the same time there was some other things going on involving the court. Things I cannot talk about very openly, but have talked about in a bit of videos when I was going through it. So criticizing me is fine, but talking about that situation puts me, my friends, and my family in a dangerous situation. Now again, Primink was going off the same information Redski did when Redski covered it. Now that all that information is out, it's something different.
Again, asking him if he needed any clarification, just to let me know. I told him I had every receipt, as you've seen throughout this entire video.
I haven't done anything to anyone. I also have the receipts.
That's a dead-ass lie.
I also have the receipts for people who have slandered me that I have ignored. If you drop a video talking about one of these things that I haven't addressed, I will be forced to come out against it. If you have questions about something, just shoot it on over. I will provide you with whatever you need. I don't have anything against whatever I have said. I just want to be left alone.
Stop inserting yourself into other people's situations.
So I could show him the receipts that you've seen in this video.
Christ.
One situation in specific about a girl who I later found out affected her own passing. I told him he could view the video and see all the receipts if he promised not to use it in his video. I told him I had been in touch with the girl and had promised to take down everything about her. I'll talk more about this soon. He said he was going to use it anyway, and I of course said no. I tried to tell him everything. I told him this conversation between me and him was private and off record because the things I was saying, specifically the conversations about me and the girl, were things we discussed that she didn't want public. He later released our entire conversation in his video about me. On March 17, 2019, he asked me if I had evidence of Marcy doxing me. As already seen in this video, I did. I told him I did.
I also had evidence of the stalker reaching out to my girlfriend, asking her if I was on her profile picture right before Marcy dropped his video exposing my personal Facebook. And he said, show me the proof he leaked the info.
He asked me to show him proof of my dox, to which I told him I was uncomfortable doing.
He didn't ask for the proof of his dox. He asked for proof of like the receipts that his girlfriend was being harassed by this person.
Said, show me the proof that he leaked.
That's disingenuous.
No, he said, show me the proof he leaked info, that Marcy leaked the info.
I told him.
Yeah, and Repzilla says Marcy or Primink asked for my dox. That's not true.
I don't feel comfortable doing that. You leaked conversations of me and him on Twitter, didn't you? I'm trying to give you a chance to defend yourself. If you don't want to, then that's fine.
Because he had already been leaking our private conversations on Twitter. He said he was trying to give me a chance to defend myself. I asked if it was for me to defend myself in his video, and he said yes, and that he was fair, and to send him proof. I asked him if he understood the danger that I was in, and I told him I wasn't at liberty to openly talk about it, and that it involved my friends and family. Keep in mind, I'd been in contact with the police about said situation. March 22nd, 2019. He did not reply to my attempts to clarify and send evidence about these situations, and published his video calling me YouTube's wolf in sheep's clothing. It included a Google Drive that Marcy self-admittedly helped create. He included the livestream part of Leafy Green saying she hated me, and I ruined her life. Keep in mind I was still being silenced from speaking about her. Also keep in mind that I'd only ever interacted with her on 3 separate occasions, most of which was me apologizing. It was broadcasted to over 2.5 million people that I bullied a mentally ill woman, insinuated I was a racist, that I harassed and copied Marcy.
That's false.
And a whole lot more.
Primink never insinuated Repzilla was racist.
After him in the same way that she did me.
No, he called him in a lie, in which Repzilla did not,
Same thing in my video. The racist tweets thing was never about whether Repzilla made the tweets or not. It was about how much he lied to try and cover it up.
It's alright, we'll get to it.
And avoid responsibility.
We're almost there.
Live streams calling him a predator and claiming he crossed our boundaries. April 25th, 2019, I had a conversation with Primink about this on Twitter. This is what happened between Primink and Leafy Greens. 3/14/19, Primink interviewed Leafy Greens in the DMs, very similar to the way that I did.
I don't even think this part's really that important. It
really
really just shows that Leaf was obviously she's very mentally unwell in this situation.
Well, she was she was going through it and
and I think Primink said that she was pregnant at the time, and I know maybe there was some hormonal stuff or whatever that was contributing to it.
It was a lot. Fake suicide, I'm not worried about that section either, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just a nothing burger.
Okay, racist tweets. Now, I'm going to say this. If Repzilla would have said this back then, it would have been everything was fine. But what he did in his video, one of the excuses for it, he lied about his age. He said, I was a teenager. Primink pointed out, no, you would have been 23, not a teenager. But Repzilla doesn't say anything about that in this section. He doesn't own up to where he lied in that video. He actually made 2 videos. Believe me, we watched them.
Mm-hmm.
There were some racist and homophobic tweets that came from my Twitter account. These were not posted by me. On June 12th of 2012, me and my friend founded a Facebook page called Hello Today.
Oh, remember that name?
Uh-oh.
I added several people I worked with at the time to be admin.
But yet, when Marcy shows that name, he's doxing. So is Repzilla doxing himself? Because that's the second time he showed that name.
Again, Repzilla's a very unreliable narrator when it comes to his definition of words.
That's the second time Repzilla has shown that name. But yet, it's one of the names crossed out where Marcy doxed me.
Quote unquote. Doxed.
And to post motivational things. One of the admins who went by the name Mexecutioner posted homophobic and racist things. The Facebook was set to auto-post to the Twitter that I would later use for my YouTube channel. In 2019, the person who was responsible for said tweets apologized. There were multiple admins who posted things.
Okay, by the way, I just have to mention, Repzilla already made a video 2 years ago, before the Primink video came out, debunking this situation already with the whole tweet. He's yeah, this is what happened.
Yep, and you can auto tweet from Facebook to Twitter.
Yes,
you can.
But that is not the fucking criticism that Primink and I gave him.
What Primink said in his video is he lied about his age. One of his reasonings on why it happened, I was young. I don't know. I was a teenager. No, sir. You were 23 years old.
And the other issue that I had is when he was getting called out for these tweets or whatever, he basically, like, while he was calling them fake, he was deleting them.
Yeah, that was...
Which it's just like, okay,
like,
so you're willing to...
Okay, so here's my thing. I can understand if he thought they were fake because he didn't do it. I get that. But you can't say they're fake as I'm deleting them. It's just own the shit. Look, dude, we have a thing on Facebook. One of my admins were doing it. Just come out with it. Just come out with it. Don't sit there and say they're fake as you're literally deleting them. You're saying that they're fake. You know what I'm saying?
He's so insufferable.
That's that thing.
Stupid.
He tells the truth, but then there's something always behind it. Always something behind it.
It's what I like to say. It's his truth. His interpretation of events are very unreliable and skewed.
Yep.
In specific, would not follow rules, sometimes posting without using his admin tag. When people first brought these tweets to my attention, I was under the impression that they were fake. Around that time, people had been using a fake tweet generator to send me false receipts in the hopes that I would cover it in a video.
Okay, I can understand that part, that he thought they were fake. But as he was saying they were fake, he was deleting them. He was literally deleting them as he was saying they were fake. I can understand, oh, they're fake. And then he goes and then finds out they're not fake and he deletes them and then goes back on Twitter and say, hey guys, I found out they're real. Holy shit, this is what happened, and give an explanation or make a video about it. Totally understandable. That would have been understandable. But as he was saying they were fake, he was deleting them.
Somebody just added me on Twitter and said they can't comment on the stream because they're at work listening. But Repzilla linked to a re-upload of the DMs with Leaf's private info in a follow-up video, and she says there's screenshots after he quote-unquote apologized and deleted them, so he was still sharing her info after he knew she didn't want him to.
With Repzilla, every time he tells you something, just look behind the mask. Just look past the mask.
Yeah.
As Primink said,
after I realized that they
he's
were
a wolf
fake,
in
I tried
sheep's clothing.
to explain. I made a video August 24th of 2018 explaining this, and the former admin executioner made a video he wanted me to share.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So there's a couple things that I want to get off my mind in regards to my friend Shane, also known as Repzilla on YouTube. Well, anywho, long story short, me and Shane were co-workers nearly a decade ago, and he had added me and a couple of my troll buddies to this group. He promoted spirituality and positivity, and we thought it'd be funny to just go and talk shit, post a bunch of distasteful things, yada, yada, yada. Well, fast forward about 2 years ago, somebody has dug really deep on Twitter and found these comments that me and my buddies have made and are blaming Shane for it. I'm Executioner. That has been my gamer tag since 15 years ago or so. I'm the one who made all those comments. They have made a couple of videos.
Okay, so he clears it up. He honestly does clear it up.
He basically goes over a situation that he didn't even have to go over.
And honestly, if he would have done that the first time around, Primink wouldn't have said shit. Skip says, YouTube cancel mod probably scared the shit out of him. He may have thought lie or lose my career. You know what, Skip? I think that's exactly what happened. She said YouTube cancel mod probably scared the shit out of him. He may have thought lie or lose my career. You're probably right. Okay, if this is not the dumbest fucking...
Oh, this is awful. He totally throws Boblax under the bus and tries to say, well, Boblax, like, he was the reason I made it. No, dude.
He tried it on Twitter. He tried to say the same shit on Twitter.
He pulled it on Petty Page's stream as well. Paige, I don't know if you're still in chat, but I was going through the stream again in the part he was speaking. He threw Boblax under the bus. Would you agree?
Oh, and Paige, yes. That was the guy who just plain old don't like black people. That's what he tweeted out. Yes, from the Facebook group. Yep, that was him who did it.
Star announced on his podcast, Mom's Basement, that he had gotten in a relationship with a 20-year-old adult woman, and people took issue with this because he was 40 years old.
Keemstar's a 39-year-old YouTuber who recently got into a relationship with a 20-year-old.
Okay, now, look at Boblax's title. Keemstar is dating a 20-year-old, ! And then Trisha and Ethan are pissed, ! Okay, just remember that.
Some people are very upset about this, most notably two of Keemstar's biggest detractors, Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas.
August 9, 2021, I made a video titled Keemstar is dating a 20-year-old child, talking about how I did not agree with people saying this.
I changed the title within 30 minutes release because they were taking issue with the title. Well, yeah, because you didn't do your quotes. And he blamed it on being sleepy, but he doesn't mention that here. He blamed it on Twitter. He blamed it on being sleepy.
Star's 39. He'll be 40 next year, dating a 20-year-old. It has been scientifically proven, I have told this time and time again, that the female mind, he's with a female, the female mind, natural-born female mind, does not fully develop until the age of 25. With males, sometimes it's up to age 30. You're an almost 40-year-old man with a child, just got out of a 13-year relationship, and now you're like within weeks just blasting that you're sliding into new.
Skip says no. Those are consequences of fostering an audience that gets off on canceling folks. Amen, Skip.
Cheats as a 20-year-old.
Now, like I said, having covered a lot of situations where people have used their platforms to take advantage of people online. There's a couple things I don't agree with in this situation. Here, she said that this 20-year-old, she referred to them as a child. This is not a child. They work, they're a waitress, as it was stated. Our focus should be on the overall, a bigger picture of, like, we got to...
Listen, dude, can we cut this one short? Look, you titled it the way you titled. Listen, you were trying to do a, what's it called when you...
clickbait?
Yeah, you were trying to do a clickbait title, okay? Everybody has done a clickbait title. Boo fucking who. Okay, you got called out for it. You changed the title, and then you took the fucking video down, dude. Because Keemstar got mad.
Well, no, Keemstar didn't even get mad. He quote tweeted something about Repzilla, and he said LOL. And then Repzilla claimed it was harassment, and then complained how he got 200 dislikes on the video. The ratio was 8,000. When I was looking at it, the ratio was 8,000 likes to 200 dislikes. So it was very well much in his favor. So yeah, cry me a fucking river, dude.
Exactly.
200 dislikes is nothing. I have like 500 dislikes on the Repzilla video. Do I complain about it? No, because it's natural. 500 people dislike the video. That is fine. I don't give a flying fuck.
Damn right.
Holy shit.
Damn right. I'm calling you a crab just because of that. You gained my respect with that one. Skip says, any YouTuber that fears their own sub base needs to rethink their content and approach. And Skip, what you just said is exactly his problem.
Amen.
That is Repzilla's problem right there. That is his problem right there.
Protect the children. Not calling 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds, and 30-year-olds children and childs, but... we got to protect the literal kids, like the 10, 11, 12, 13 children from people that would take advantage of them online and really leverage their platform. Like, there were other creators that called people out for saying that a 20-year-old is a child. August 10, 20.
You see what he just did there? But there were other creators who did it.
Yeah, and notice how he specifically tries to mention Boblax without actually saying it. Like, he hones in on it. He plays Boblax's clip. He said it on Paige's stream. Boblax did it so that I could do it. It's like, dude, just, you made the choice. Just own it. Jesus, you don't have to fucking double...
Nothing more we got to say about that.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Okay. The Gabby Hanna part.
Oh my god. This is the biggest bullet dodge I've seen.
Yeah, his fake country accent is so horrible. I just want to put it out there. Redski, your fake accent.
Are you talking about me?
Yes, your fake country ass accent.
I'm from Minnesota. Give me a break.
Okay. Okay. Now, I want everyone in the chat to do me a favor. Now, with his Gabby Hanna coverage of clarifying a mistake he made, what was he best known for saying when Gabby Hanna went and got that picture off that little website? What were the 2 words that he said that everybody was getting on his ass about? Ding, ding, ding. Taylor wins. Murder article. But yet he doesn't.
Magic words.
Yeah, the 2 magic words. Murder article. Funny thing is, he doesn't fucking mention it here.
Nope.
Around July 16, 2019, there was a tragedy that took place where...
Thank you, Abigail. I really appreciate the $1. Thank you.
Okay, can I just say something real quick? I gotta go to the bathroom, like, really, really, really bad. So can we take, like, a quick break?
Hurry up.
Okay.
I got a timer.
I don't know.
No, go to the bathroom. Go.
Okay.
So, yes, he doesn't mention murder article this whole time. I'm going to be honest. When I first watched that Repzilla video, I actually thought the whole article was about the girl. Poor Redski. Listen, Redski put me through hell for 3 days, okay? So there is no poor Redski in this chat, okay? I'm letting y'all know now. No, fuck a poor Redski. We spent 4 hours on an 18-minute section. We did not finish until 4 a.m. And then we weren't even finished with the video yet because we were going back and watching videos, looking for tweets, looking for this, looking for that. Amber, I'm going to tell him he should have grabbed the bottle and mute himself. That's what I'm going to tell him. So I was going to have to go and get some more damn cigarettes. He kept saying, why are you being mean to me? That's the whole thing about this video, what I don't like about this video. This video was made for people who didn't know anything about the past issues. And it was made for people that love Repzilla. It wasn't made for people going, wait a minute, that don't sound right. Let me go check that video and see what happened. Wait a minute, hold on, that's what? And go and check, the SoundCloud. That is still public, that he still has up. You know what I'm saying? And then wait a minute, why did you mark out that name, but yet you say it twice in this video? You show it twice in this video, but you're going to mark it out to make it sound worse than what it actually was. Although his real name was in the top right of that thing. Christina says, the disrespect was another level, he said. I know that's right. Thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate it. I will say this. He cleared up the stalker shit. He did. He cleared up the stalker shit. That girl, whoo, she was on another level. So I understand. I understand where he had fears of being doxxed because people are crazy out in these streets. And it doesn't matter that he's a man. There are crazy ass women out there. He could have very well, something bad happened to him. Okay? So I get it. I get it, and I don't hold him, like, I don't joke on him or anything about that. I get him being upset about that stalker. I get it.
I'm back.
Oh, Amber said you should have grabbed a bottle and just muted your mic. I'm just kidding. I mean, she wasn't kidding. All right, let's go.
This is just a horrible story coming out of Utica, New York, about the murder of a girl named Bianca. Bianca Devins was a 17-year-old micro-influencer who, according to reports, had around 6,000 followers at the time of her death. Reports say that she was known as an e-girl who posted about video games and other online content. Yesterday, Utica police confirmed she had been killed and that photos taken of her after she was murdered were posted online.
I was unfortunately one of the people that came across these graphic photos on Twitter. July 21st, 2019, I decided to use my platform to raise awareness, linking the scholarship fund and resources about domestic violence.
Now, he's going to
take note of the scholarship fund. He fixates on that heavily.
Yes, he's going to make sure you know that he linked all those in those videos. He's not going to say what the shit was that people were getting on him about, but he's going to make sure you know that he linked those things. You know, it was funny. It's almost like when he was going over the mysterious tea thing, and he had that one fundraiser while he was basically saying that somebody couldn't have got sexually assaulted because a person was a good citizen. Funny how you do that, Repzilla.
January 2020, Gabby Hanna uploaded a video titled "Transforming into a TikTok e-girl."
So you guys have probably already watched the first video I did on her and how she disrespected
Look at the
a
person
TikTok girl
he sources.
Anna Oop. I don't know Anna Oop.
She was one of the people who was like crucified by Gabby Hanna in her series because she's a Gabby detractor.
Oh, I don't know.
So yeah, she tried to spin the narrative that it was an MA as I like to call it,
videos
murder
recently.
article
For
as
those who
well.
didn't already know, she basically uploaded a video where she was transforming herself into a TikTok e-girl and was looking for outfit inspo. In the video, she comes across a photo of a girl called Bianca Devins and was talking about her t-shirt. In the video, many noticed that Gabby wasn't seeing that the article surrounding Bianca's photo was about her tragic death. Of course, people were sending her hate after this, which made Gabby blur out the article to avoid any trouble.
This was a situation that made a lot of people angry, so a lot of people were talking about it. January 31st, 2020, I decided to make my own video giving my opinion. Again, linking the scholarship fund as well as the article Gabby used in her video.
Remember, he linked everything. Remember, he linked the scholarship fund, all that. That's the most important part of this whole situation.
Yeah,
is that he linked that stuff.
I called the murder call.
At 119 in that video, I again specified Gabby was making a video about how to turn into a TikTok e-girl. Gabby Hanna did a video probably about 3 or 4 days ago, and it was how to be a TikTok e-girl. And everybody knows that Bianca Devins was, I don't want to say e-girl, but in the subculture of just the aesthetic of that and expression. So Gabby Hanna is making this video and pulls up an article, a full-on article that shows Bianca Devins, and the disrespect was on another level. And as she's talking all in this upbeat voice, and she's showing this recently deceased
I don't even know why he included
and
this.
in the article it talks about the horrendous murder, and I don't understand how, one, this could get by an editor, two, she does not see this. I mean, she's looking at the article, she's
Now, the way he's describing it, it makes you think the whole fucking article was about Bianca Devins, doesn't it?
commenting on what Bianca's wearing, her clothing, the shirt, hair. But how does she not see that she's reading an article from a tragedy? February 13, 2020, Gabby Hanna apologized for said video and went on to explain what happened.
Just recently, Gabby finally uploaded a video to explain what actually happened from her point of view, saying that it was a genuine mistake.
When you're on Google, I believe we searched what is an e-girl, and the first article is e-girl definition, what is an e-girl book? And then I stop at this picture. And I'm not reading the article because all it looks like to me is like the E stands for electronic. Would have never imagined in a million years as I'm reading this article that there would be this type of sensitive content in it, so I wasn't paying attention to it at all. I just looked at the photo. I mentioned that I have her shirt and that I dress like her my entire life.
She mentioned that the reason it took her so long to finally address the whole situation was because she wanted to apologize privately to Bianca's family first. She then proved the conversation with screenshots between her and Bianca's mom in the video. From the video she posted, it seems like Gabby was genuinely really sorry for her mistake.
February 17, 2020, I also made an update covering Gabby's apology where I state that people making videos just to hate on Gabby should stop, as she...
Why is it unlisted, Repzilla? Why is that video unlisted?
Nonetheless, I still have the link and the download, so...
did the right thing. Many people pointed out that this was just her playing the victim and that they didn't believe that this was a sincere apology at all. And to that, I have one thing to say. Barring the fact that people think that she's manipulative and that she's done so much wrong and all these other things, maybe she's not sincere. But the point that I see is that she did apologize. She reached out to the mother and she apologized. Whether it's an authentic apology, the video that offended so many people was taken down. Not only did she apologize to the community, but she reached out to Bianca Devins' mother, which a lot of people said that was manipulative. Bianca Devins' mother did forgive her.
No, quite honestly, that was the right thing to do. That's not manipulative at all, what she did.
Yeah.
She said it's okay.
Okay.
No, we can keep going. I'm just gonna see if he includes the part that I'm looking for.
It's fine. The whole point is that whether she isn't authentic or not, the apology is good enough for me. Now, we can sit there and we can slam her character all day long and say that she did this, she did that. That's wrong. I mean, that's an easy thing to do with a public figure like Gabby Hanna alone. These channels, these commentary channels, these drama channels, they highlight what people do bad in hopes that things will get better. Well, some do. Most do. I want to believe most do. There are some channels out there that just perpetuate drama because it's good views. And if that's what you're doing with the Gabby Hanna issue, don't do that. Quit doing that. After my video on the same day, Bianca...
Isn't that what he did with Eugenia Cooney? I'm just...
Yeah, no, wait, he says about the... Let's hear what he has to say about the parents, or the mom addressing the issue, and then I've got something to say, because he left out the part
that he got criticism
saying that
she didn't find anything wrong with what Gabby did. I updated in the description of my video. Keep in mind I made my video the day before and did not know of Bianca's mother's video as it was posted after mine. Around July 2021, I received criticism that my coverage of Gabby Hanna reading...
Where's the part of the video that he excludes where he says that had Gabby Hanna's had Bianca Devon's mother known what Gabby Hanna did online, maybe she wouldn't be so quick to forgive. How come he never includes that?
How come he never includes it? He called it a murder article.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
No, but
he
in the
tells
Gabby
you something,
Hanna
but
apology,
there's more behind it. I know, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. He'll tell you something, but there's always something behind it.
Repzilla, I know you're probably watching this. I already have those videos downloaded, so even if you do delete them or private them, it's no fucking use.
I doubt Repzilla's watching this shit.
I don't know. He seems to like looking himself up.
2021, I received criticism that my coverage of Gabby Hanna reading the Vox article contributed to the family receiving...
What did Redski ask? Reiterate what you just said about the mom.
Oh, I was looking for... Because in that video where Repzilla addresses Gabby Hanna's apology, he also says... Because this was about Bianca Devon's mother acknowledging Gabby apologized and said she accepted the apology. He says, had Bianca Devon's mother known what Gabby Hanna does online, maybe she wouldn't be so quick to forgive, and calls the forgiveness into question. But he conveniently leaves that out.
Yeah, of course he does.
I mean, it's in my video if you want to watch it, but...
My video the day before and did not know of Bianca's mother's video as it was posted after mine. Around July 2021, I received criticism that my coverage of Gabby Hanna reading the Vox article contributed to the family receiving more harm.
I'd argue the T channels didn't read the article either. None of these channels even show the article once for context, but they'll tell you all about it.
The whole article next to it was about that girl and how she was by someone that she met on Discord.
It's by Vox, it's titled E-Girls and E-Boys Explained, talks about what they are, shows some pictures, and then shows Bianca Devon's with a short paragraph talking about her death. It genuinely makes sense how Gabby could miss this one paragraph. It's not the murder article that the T channels are claiming it is.
This was a lack of research on my part. I got caught up in the narratives of other videos, then perpetuated how those videos influenced me.
See, Tress is
Here's an example.
blame.
So now you see that. That was a lack of research on my part. Now,
but he also admits.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He's a bad researcher.
He admits to exactly what I say he does.
It's not the murder article that the T channels are claiming it is.
This was a lack of research on my part. I got caught up in the narratives of other videos, then perpetuated how those videos influenced me.
That's what he does. Period. That's what he does. That's how he constructs his videos.
Here's an
Wait, why are we saying poor Skip? Skip, are you okay? Skip?
What happened?
I don't know. I just keep seeing poor Skip.
Skip, are you okay?
Skip, blink if you're okay.
Hype an eye emoji.
Bella, I hate it so much. Oh, y'all. Oh, they're doing the lips. Lips and tea in the chat for Repzilla. Let's go.
Now let's smash some positivity turtles.
Example of how I should have explained the content.
So the article is titled E-Girls and E-Boys Explained. So natural article to click on if you're trying to figure out what an E-Girl or an E-Boy is. And just for context, we'll go through this article just a little bit. So the article starts off with fashion in London during the 60s and 70s. Then it goes on to have an undertitle saying E-Boys are now the new teen heartthrobs and they're poised to make serious money. Then they describe E-Girls and E-Boys as hip young people whose defining qualities are that they are hot and online. Okay then. So if we scroll down a little bit, we see a TikTok e-girl compilation. Then they talk about how winged eyeliner is the part of the e-girl aesthetic here. And then boom. At the end, they talk about an online presence of a girl named Bianca Devons, who was tragically taken away from us. So from my understanding of what happened, Gabby included this portion of the Vox article, and her friend were talking about the picture of Bianca here and how she was dressed, I'm assuming. And they didn't see the text that was beside saying basically what happened to her, which I would say is an honest mistake.
My intentions were good and my anger towards Gabby was real. But my understanding of the situations was incorrect.
See, he masks it with his intentions were good.
Yeah, exactly. He's such... Oh my God, I can't believe people fell for this shit.
He's so disingenuous.
I cannot believe people fell for this shit.
When it comes to Gabby, based on my own lack of trust in her. As a result, I caused harm. July 5th, 2021, I made a community post. I apologize for any pain that I caused with my mistake, and I unlisted both my videos to do with the situation, as well as donated all the ad revenue from said videos to the Bianca Devons Fund. Here's an attached receipt.
There it is again.
But he donated.
I donated. See, I caused the mom to get wrapped up in this Twitter fight, and
Okay.
It wasn't until she thanked Nicholas Diorio that I stopped.
I'm gonna skip over this James Charles part. This is what it's got to deal with. Okay. Okay. One in the chat if you know what bed wars are. If I say bed wars, do you even gotta say Minecraft? If I say bed wars, you know what I'm talking about. One in the chat if you know what bed wars are. Two if you don't. I know Dang does. One if you know what bed wars are. Two if you don't. One in the chat if you know what bed wars are. Two if you don't. So yeah, I told you, most people don't know what bed wars are. Okay. Bed Wars is a game they play on Minecraft where basically you have like different stations and you go and you kill people and destroy their bed and stuff like that, okay? James Charles did a stupid and he was in his robe getting ready to get glammed up and he says, waiting for my glam or whatever, I'm watching this person doing Bed Wars. The person he was talking about was 17. All right? Was it dumb on James Charles to do that? Yeah, because that was during all the allegations coming out against James Charles. James Charles was dumb for doing that. Okay? It's the problem with what Repzilla did was how he presented it. All right? So, it's stupid. I'm not going over it. I don't care about James Charles' part. I'm going to be honest. All right.
It's trivial shit. That's all it is.
November 11th, 2020. Eugenia had been receiving criticism for talking about butterflies and using a blue butterfly emoji in her tweets. Around August 2021, it began to circulate again and people were asking me to look into it. August 3rd, 2021, I made a video looking into the situations involving Eugenia and the origins of the accusations around her being pro-Anna. I explained why people were accusing Eugenia of using a blue butterfly in relation to pro-Anna and the origin of said butterfly. I made sure to say multiple times there is no evidence that Eugenia is using the blue butterfly in correlation to pro-Anna. The intention of my video was to look into and clarify said situation. We're going to be talking about a blue butterfly and what it means in relation to Eugenia. So here's the tweet in question. It says, being different isn't a bad thing. It means you're brave enough to be yourself with a blue heart and a blue butterfly.
We've all watched William Mack's video. On Twitter, I don't care if you have an iPhone or an Android, you can only do a blue fucking butterfly.
And there's one comment here. It says, these are quotes found on pro-Anna pages that exist. I've seen it myself. The blue butterfly is clear pro-Anna symbol. I don't know how people don't see this. So I'd actually never heard of this before, and I wanted to go look and verify myself. And I come up on a website called Cerulean Butterfly. And again, I'm not linking Eugenia to this community. And although I can't connect Eugenia directly to this...
Not everyone's emojis come out blue on Twitter. Well, at least here on Twitter they do. They come out blue.
Yeah.
Movement, I do feel like it's important to talk about. There's been some things that's been said
it's important
that have
to talk
yet
about
to
you, but why the fuck did you have to have her face blown up in your thumbnail and her name in your title? You exploited her for clicks because you know people are going to outrage about Eugenia Cooney.
Yeah, because he...
Don't deny that,
because
Repzilla.
yeah, he's trying to make it out like it wasn't about Eugenia Cooney when it was.
Verified. Just
Fucking
because someone uses a blue
disgusting.
butterfly emoji does not mean that they are pro-Anna. The origin is in relation and context of the pro-Anna community, cerulean butterfly. Again, the context was in my video, my description, and my pinned comment. Viewers understood this context on Twitter. And
the viewers understood it.
My criticism was that he used Eugenia's face and name for clicks.
in my video
He has a
comments.
video where he
I
talks
had
about
even
how
correct-
people are exploiting Eugenia Cooney on YouTube.
Did a few people publicly about this in case the context was not clear. Regardless, there was still a couple creators who made tweets and videos claiming my narrative was anyone who used a butterfly emoji was supporting pro-Anna. This caused several other people to believe those claims and tweet at me and make other videos.
People
Keep
were
in mind the
memeing
context and
that. They weren't being serious, Repzilla. Get a fucking skull.
Yeah, they were, well, you know.
narrative I intended was to show people that Eugenia, although some of the things were ironic,
He takes
it was not
himself
direct
way too
evidence
fucking
of her doing wrong.
seriously. He's a joke.
This video was not monetized.
He's a fucking joke. All right, let's just hear what he has to say.
Censor anything that I had to say. Now, if you guys have made it to the end of this video, I want to say I really appreciate it, firstly, and I've written something here to conclude things. So I'm going to read that for you. The reason I wanted to make this video is because these things still get brought up, but with incorrect narratives. I've attempted to talk about these things.
But your narrative wasn't correct on most of it either, because everything you said, there's something behind it that you're not owning up to.
Several times, but never with full honesty and clarity. I'm no longer afraid to be doxxed as I was in previous years, mostly because I've moved from that address that I lived at during all this stuff.
I understand the whole doxing.
And I'm never going to let people attempt to silence me again. I'm not going to let things build up like this to where I have to make a video like this. It's just these things that I've talked about in this.
Well, then don't. Okay, so the doxing part, I understand him waiting to come out about the doxing part. I get it. I do not judge him for the doxing part whatsoever, especially with that woman. I understand. I am not judging him for it. But the other shit, maybe if you didn't try to lie and bullshit your way out of things, and then all of a sudden you're going to come out with it. And here's the funny thing about his comment section. His comment section, most of the comments are only talking about the first half of the video. They're not talking about the second half of the video. They're talking about the first half. He should have split this in 2 fucking videos.
No, but if he did, then people would know about the stuff that he actually fucked up on.
Video are from the start of my career. Like, this is my experience.
Oh yeah, when he said "Call me Carson," that's right, Abigail.
He avoids like owning up to a lot.
Yeah, because he said "Call me Carson" was worse than Mini Lad, and I was like, what?
He doesn't address that. He doesn't address, and I know people in the commentary community don't like Colton the Kid. You guys know who I'm talking about. He's known as a troll, but like Repzilla never addressed that either, that he did direct harassment indirectly to fucking Colton.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shit that he does.
Because it's another example where he inserted himself into a situation he never should have done, and it was because he wanted to suck up to Mr. Repzion.
Experience as a YouTuber 100%, and I handled things the best way I could at the time, but I've learned a lot, and when people do me wrong or come out with serious accusations, I will be there with the receipts. I will never let things build like this again out of fear of what people think. And if you've watched this entire video, I really appreciate it. I'm going to get back to making normal videos and using my platform.
Okay, I don't care. I'm done.
Well, Repzilla, I'm going to say this. I'm going to be paying attention to see if you actually changed, which I'm going to be honest.
Well, you know, the thing is, I hope he does, because I used to be a fan of Repzilla. I really liked how he covered the Davi Vanity stuff. He can do good work. I know he can do good work. I've seen him do good work. I know he can. But my God, dude, get over yourself. And that whole Marcy Repzilla shit, move on. Please, for the love of fucking God, move on. Because I'm over it. I already had enough fits in this damn. I am not having a fit about that shit ever again. I swear to God. Oh, my God. Any last words there, Redski?
It's a waste of a response. I can't believe he actually spent 2 months with that shit.
Yeah.
It's a fucking waste of a response.
Yeah. I mean, again, the stalker stuff, I'm glad he came out with the stalker stuff, because that actually cleared up a lot.
That was the only thing.
The stalker stuff cleared up a lot, and I'm glad he came out with it. I think it definitely cleared up stuff about the stalker. Yeah, she was bad news. And I already knew it because we went ahead before watching that section, or in the middle of that section, and we read the conversation between Repzilla and her, and I was like, oh my God, dude. She crazy.
I mean this in the nicest way possible. She's kind of nuts.
Yeah. So I got that part loud and clear. But yeah, dude, that's the thing with Repzilla. He'll tell you a truth here, but you always got to go behind him. And most people aren't going to do that. Like I said, it took us 4 hours just on one section. It took us 4 hours just on one section. We didn't tell you everything because Redski's going to make his video, and obviously he's not going to tell everything here, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say anything more, but I've got some tricks.
Yeah, there's some cards up them sleeves. That's all I'm going to say. Adrian says, and like I said, this video doesn't look good for Repzilla. I know that's right.
I mean, when I first watched it, I asked myself, I'm like, do I even need to make a response? I mean, or not even just like a response, but like a follow up, because it's like he makes himself look bad.
Dude,
anybody who looks at the receipts and like, and when I mean receipts, I'm not talking about the stuff with the girl. I'm talking about like the other shit. But like, he doesn't do himself any favors.
No,
he's a joke. He's a joke. He takes himself way too seriously. Everybody who has a brain knows he's a joke.
It's craziness. It is craziness. So, all right, guys. Well, Redski, I am gonna leave the Discord. I'm probably gonna like do my quick. I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody and then do my quick thing with my videos. And I'm going to bed because I gotta get up early. I got an interview tomorrow morning.
Oh God.
Yeah, for the podcast.
Better do that.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna get out of here, and I will probably talk to you later, like on Twitter or something like that.
Well, peace out, guys. I'm leaving.
Bye. And guys, I will see y'all in the next live stream. I don't know when that's going to be because it's been kind of dry lately for news. So remember, don't let nobody bullshit you in a video. And always keep that shit real.